Internet, and welcome back to Tales of Terragia. I am your Dungeon Master and Cosmic Tour Guide, Nick Salentano, and these are 6 mannequins that I found out in the back behind Target. Say hi, lifeless mannequins! Just like my real friends. Welcome back. Before we get started, please go to all our social media things on the X, on the Instas, on the TikToks, and all that stuff. We've got content coming at you all the time, but mostly here. So come back and like and subscribe here on Tales of Terragia, and where you can find all your Tales of Terragia needs. Last time, the Second Law took to the streets of Yokai, the capital city of the Sylvan Dynasty, and the massive patchwork of nearly 100 different districts. Following Harmony's friend Riz, he escorted you to the Lemon Drop Tavern, also headquarters to the Glitz and Glower, the Fey Mafia. While you didn't get everything that you needed here, you did walk away with some tidbits of information, and caught Harmony's Professor Veyron having a clandestine meeting with a vampire. She revealed to you that the vampire wanted to cross over into the Feywild to seek a fragment of immortality. You retreated back to Prismari to plot, plan, and discuss your options, and to prepare for Harmony's final dissertation. While dangerous, the vampire could prove useful, or at least provide you guys with an opportunity. Just like Basil, he seeks a way back to the Feywild, and it seems that Professor Veyron has the capability to open the door. After a night of planning, the big day finally arrives. Harmony, you presented your dissertation to the Galazeth Council, getting varying levels of interest from the 6 council members, and after some agonizing waiting, you're summoned back in the Conduit Hall to receive your final grade. The rest of you, Harmony is gone for quite a while, and you were told by Professor Veyron at the door that she will be a while, so if you want to explore the rest of the castle, you are more than welcome to.
We should. How long is a while?
Yeah.
Won't she be? Well,
I mean, we've been waiting forever.
we want to be here when she comes out.
Yeah,
so we can
for
congratulate
the good
her.
news.
Yeah.
Yes, the council has deliberated, and trust me, it is good news. But there's a few things that they needed to discuss with her, some arrangements that they would like to be made.
Oh.
And a couple things that they need to get Harmony's opinion on and approval of.
It's helping Foundtown, right?
That is, I believe, one of the inventions that they would like to
Good,
expand on.
good.
Nice.
Good.
So should we be back in an hour, or how long do you think?
I really cannot say, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Hmm.
What do you think?
And perhaps we can leave for a while, but stay close enough that when she's done, we can be back in a hurry.
Yeah, but better than waiting here. They're just talking, I guess.
There's not even any snacks.
Not even any snacks.
No carrots.
Anyone have any thoughts on where we should go?
I mean, there is the Glassfire Cafe downstairs, the canteen for the student body here, or you're more than welcome to walk the Opus Walk. There's also the preparations for the Magister's Masquerade this evening.
Where is that happening?
At the Prisma Ballroom, at the far eastern side of the campus.
Well,
Should
I
we
could
have a look at that.
and I can help people get their outfits together if we would like.
Oh, we have to dress into different
You
clothes.
see, Veyron kind of gives the adventuring party kind of like a once-over and just kind of... dress attire is expected, encouraged, not required, but
Wait, we can
encouraged.
change our clothes?
I guess absolutely.
Let's just look at them.
Well,
Can you help?
yes, for everyone. Yeah, if we start now, like Tem gets a little bit flustered of like, okay, so there's 5 other people, and if I spend at least this amount of time, when is it?
It's this evening.
This evening.
Looks like we need
it
to
could
make some good cuts and then pull out like
it can be done. Yeah, we can at least.
Books that you made for the lighthouse were excellent, but I don't think they were good.
I believe that with all the good work that we've done here,
Just like that.
Emiya will definitely be on my side and hopefully get a little good luck from that.
Do you need materials?
I mean, I have whatever fabric I have on me, but if we need something special, I might need to track something down. But
is there a store on the campus?
There are a few different shops. I'm not sure if there's a textile shop on campus, but there's a few maybe outside the city.
we can look, and I can make something work.
Excellent.
I want a hat.
Okay.
Bales just randomly looks around. Are there curtains around?
Let's make a perception check for him.
A 13.
Yeah. You kind of like look around and you see that there's the Gallows of Council meets at the top of like basically the highest tower in Prismari. There's a big glass kind of like window that you can see the vista of the massive city around you. And on the end of this massive window, big old set of curtains and drapes, very kind of like that very like rich, thick, velvety kind, and they seem to be not tie-dye, but sort of kind of like an acid wash between deep maroon and kind of royal navy.
So it sounds like we need some materials, right?
Y'all watch
Slice
as
off a
these
huge.
probably priceless curtains kind of drop to the ground. A perfect kind of segue into the Gallows Council. Harmony. The next few moments are quick and rapid as you're kind of escorted in. All 6 members of the council start kind of speaking to you at once before eventually they're sort of hushed. To avoid being long-winded, a couple things are run by you. First... couple members of the council do indeed propose basically setting up a sort of mini venture that you are welcome to either lead or allowed for them to lead in your stead, which is organizing periodic trips to and from Foundtown. Obviously, people are being sent there with the means to return now that they've been proven that teleportation magic works. And they're very interested in your mapping of the Lost Woods, the capability of doing so, and want to basically expand upon that research. If you do not wish to oversee that and basically dedicate your next formidable years to that, they offer you something else. At one point, where is it?
I think that learning to delegate tasks is an important part of climbing the ranks in scholastic research. So I trust the council to see to Foundtown.
They kind of like whisper and talk amongst themselves. You see this sort of like very bubbly, kind of rotund furball woman, Madame Gladefell, eventually kind of like, I was hoping you would say that, as I am sure your sights are much higher than what you've already discovered. There's nothing worse than doing what you've already done before. So, we have a proposal for you, or at least provide you with some assets in order to continue your research elsewhere. And she kind of reaches down and pulls out just a small, not well crafted, elegantly made, but very simple kind of coin pouch, and kind of sets it down, made with kind of like tanned yellow leather, green and red kind of triangles on it. Basically, very long story short, she offers you this coin pouch. It is a link to the academic research, coinage holding, and investitures for ventures and expeditions, or the archive. The archive currently has a holding of 1,500 gold pieces inside, which you are capable of basically requesting. You're able to submit a formal request into this coin pouch, which will be received by the council for any financial needs that you may have. And if they deem it worthy of academic research, the next morning the coin will fill with the requested amount of money, driven or taken from that total amount.
From the 1,000.
From the 1,500.
Okay, so that's like my allotment for research.
Yes.
In general.
Mhm.
Okay.
They offer you the ability to basically request more, but it would require a certain amount of.
Yeah. Have to justify, make a
Precisely.
case for it.
So long as you.
Typical research.
If you do accept this, they do clarify that the knowledge and research that you do is owned by Prismari. Or any venture that you
They want to own the IP.
Yes. So long as you use the money from the pouch, they will own a stake of whatever adventure that you are currently on at the time.
Okay. But that's just kind of like part of the deal if I request the money for something.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So long as
of
you,
course, that makes total sense.
And so long as you keep the coin pouch with you, after 1 year, the total amount will replenish itself, adding an additional 200 gold per year as long as you continue to work along with Prosmari.
Okay.
But
Okay, great.
if you do accept it, you can add the pocket bank coin pouch to your inventory.
What's not to trust? What was it? Pocket bank something?
The pocket bank coin pouch.
Okay. Hold on a sec.
And if that reward were not enough, it is confirmed, the council does confirm that you pass with perfect marks.
Oh, wow. Well, not that it's unexpected, but I'm so happy. Thank you so much, council members. Can't wait to see what the future holds for me.
Absolutely. Now,
And Prismari's legacy.
as you kind of say that and just see the bright glittering lights of your future ahead of you, immediately they're like, all right, now, and they lay out stacks and stacks and stacks of scrolls and paperwork and stuff that you need to fill out and sign in order to make this happen. So that's why you're away for a little while.
Okay. Is it something that I should, well, if I'm signing things, I'll read the fine print.
Absolutely.
Unless, of course, they're trying to overwhelm. If they're trying to overwhelm me, like, oh, don't. But I'll kind of glance. At least I don't want to. I won't sign willy nilly. So
Yeah.
if there's any sort of whatever roll or anything, but
No,
or if it just takes so long because I actually read all of it.
That's kind of what I'm assuming.
Okay.
They're not.
And they're just kind of like,
Pretty much. They're more used to people being whisked up in it and signing immediately, and they're just kind of eventually you know what, I gotta go. If she signs it, send it to my office.
my mother and father always told me to never sign anything without fully reading all the fine print. So, that's how you get taken advantage of, and you end up in a pact that you don't want to be in.
While Harmony is preoccupied, Second Law, how are you kind of preparing for the evening?
Well, we have a lot of drapery.
I think after scurrying away from the scene of the crime,
Big trail of grapes.
I can fix that
Going to
later.
the
I can
school
fix that
halls.
later. So there's maybe a clothing shop, but no fabric store in town.
I mean,
or-
on campus.
On campus.
There is, but if you want to go out into yokai, you're sure to find other things.
Okay, Tem only wears clothes he makes. So I would want to go and replenish some fabric store of whatever's out there, if it's a market stall, whatever.
Yeah.
Get some bolts of fabric to at least for his own clothing, but whoever else would like a Tem original is more than welcome to enlist services.
I'll come.
Yeah, whoever wants to come.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'll go.
Basil will look slightly defeated, be like, "Oh, did I not grab enough?"
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll go shopping.
make it-
Let's all go together.
I can
weave it
definitely.
in.
I can make this work. It's
So heavy.
Yeah. I guess I will.
Should we get more?
I can supplement it with something
Okay,
else.
okay.
It'll be fine. So yeah, I guess going into town and finding a space to buy some fabric.
Yeah, I'll say that it's not at all difficult to actually locate a textile shop and get what you want. I will ask, just in terms of coinage,
Yeah.
how fancy are you going?
That is up
How
to
flush with
like
cash.
Tem is more than willing to make the clothes. Material costs are the customer's
Fair,
part of
fair,
the thing. So I don't know. Whatever they want to spend for. Tem is getting very nice fabric for himself. He's gonna look for brocade gold like cloth, like beautiful, and then something red fabric as well.
Okay. Any of those have like specifics outside of just the normal cloth that Tim might be able to find?
I have no money.
I'll trust what Tem thinks will look good with our collar. What
Yeah.
matches my fur? I'll take some orange and some greens, please.
Oranges and greens, classic.
I'll go in on the green. How
Green?
much would the gold brocade be if I wanted a little bit of that?
Ooh, you look good in gold.
Thank you. I do look good in gold.
We can go halvesies maybe if
Sure.
you're looking for the same fabric.
Sure.
I don't have any money.
Do
I
maybe
can
take
I
the
can
scarf?
I can make a lot out of a little. So we can just I'm more than happy to. Everyone should feel good in the celebration of Harmony and Harmony. I wonder if she has an outfit. I can whip something up just in case.
Probably
I
want
took
to wear
I've taken
uniform.
everyone's measurements already. So
Yes, you have. You
Yeah,
actually have.
yeah.
I probably want to wear a uniform.
That's true. But it's the masquerade party, so I don't know.
But maybe
what
you make
the-
something that matches all together for all of us. Maybe that'd be a cute little thing.
That could be. Will we like that?
Nik-Nak doesn't really have much of a concept of fancy clothes.
Well, you're
So-
getting a top hat. So
He wants that.
yeah.
He knows about that.
Yeah.
But as far as like fabric, he
Anara
would if
also
you showed him some
is
burlap.
not at all. She
Yeah.
comes from a
Yeah.
tiny village and a monastery, so really no idea of dressing for different occasions.
I think-
other than fighting.
I think Tem would actually like. We've done an amazing thing. We've like accomplished so much, and this is like kind of a culmination of all of the hard work. So I think he would probably splurge a bit and be able to cover some costs for people. I mean, I have 76 gold right now, so I don't know like how far to stretch some things, but
I mean, it's
he'd
just
be willing to go in.
It's like fabric and textile kind
Yeah.
of stuff. It's not going to be too much to like kind of get enough to clothe everyone.
Uh-huh.
I'll say like 15 gold pieces,
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah. Tem would cover all of that. And-
especially to get nicer.
yes, and I would, good quality and
Something light, something I can move in.
okay, all right, yeah. I would say that because I like the idea of matching, but I also like the idea of kind of like individual aspects to kind of differentiate them. So yeah, let's get like some whatever amount of that fancy gold cloth we can get, and then some like nice solid basic red, green, purple, and blue.
Can Nik-Nak get like leather because of its sturdiness
Sure, I can do some like leather
in the hat?
in the hat. Sure, yeah.
It's a chaotic day at Joanne's Fabric.
Yes, yes. They hate to see me coming.
Everyone
They
is
really,
rolling around in the
they're,
background.
yeah.
Maybe
Uh,
we can.
What about this?
maybe
What about
we can
this? What
Trade,
about this?
maybe we can trade the curtains for better cloth. They probably don't have any fancy
Well,
prismari.
that could be. I'll have to keep a little bit of it to incorporate it into Basil's outfit though,
Yeah.
because
But maybe
he
in
worked
his
very
bag.
hard for that.
Probably better not
While
buy too
we're in
much
the
of it.
market, I want Zakkai to be looking out for any sort of like gold glitter, gold dust aesthetic thing. It doesn't have to be like pure gold dust or whatever, but the idea of like a fine ground glittering gold like material.
Yeah, and as long as because this is a masquerade, right? So we have to wear masks.
It is made. At least Varen will make it clear to you that the masks are just kind of encouraged. The only people that are like traditionally always wear them are the graduating class, the students.
I see.
Otherwise, people.
But it's
kind
not. Is it gauche if other people wear masks, or okay? All right.
Of,
So I
it's
guess
sort of like participating in the
Which
fun
is-
of it.
then add on some
Is
paper
that thieves'
mache.
can?
Just go.
Oh, it's
What is that?
passe.
I know. Emphasize. That's
That's like a
that's a dragon chess move.
rude.
Oh,
Like
In bad
like
taste.
yeah, not classy. We're going for classy.
Yeah, we're classy.
classy.
Says the half-naked man.
You know what you're talking
No.
It's fine. It's gonna
Nice
be fun.
hat, nice
we're gonna
hat.
we're gonna all have a good time and look our best. So yeah, I guess Tem would also get paper mache materials for mask making as well.
Hodgepodge.
Yeah.
More glitter.
Absolutely. I cannot wait. I definitely want to know what the second law's idea of fancy dress is. While you guys are out shopping, I bounce back to Harmony after like a long process of like signing and reading. Eventually, sort of finally get to the last one. There's just a bit more kind of like basically like signing like the degree almost essentially, kind of like putting your signature on it. The headmaster waits around to put like Headmaster G on it before he excuses himself and he has to go. The other council members do kind of stick around. Madame Gladefell is like enthralled by you and is constantly trying to like talk to you, and she's one of those people that's like she's kind of pitched 5 different things to you. Only 3 she even finished before being interrupted by her own second, third, fourth pitch. She's seems to be very excited about new graduates and kind of like watching them flourish. But give me an insight check on her real quick.
I'm gonna use the one that always betrays me.
Not today.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. The way that she's talked to you, there's like a genuine excitement there. But the way what you pick up on is she's kind of like, she's excited to have a new toy. And you happen to be the toy. And that she's very excited to show off in front of people. She mentions that she wants to show you to people, and she wants you to meet these people and these people and these people. But just the way that she gets excited and distracted by her own things, you kind of get the sense that she might forget about you just like that as soon as the next graduate walks in. But she, at least in the moment, is very, very like, anything that you say, absolutely, oh my god, yes, we need to do that.
Wow, you seem like such a good person to know, especially now
Well,
that, the whole world is at my fingertips.
certainly, I am, if anything, a generous beneficiary.
Oh, well, I can't wait to work together.
As do I. What do you see yourself doing next? You've explored the unexplorable. What's next for Harmony Claremont?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I already have an adventuring party.
Yes.
And I just love helping people. So I think we'll probably go find some people in need somewhere and, help them out of a difficult situation, or find something they lost, or restore some, ancient magic to something. Or,
I can
who knows?
hear the books flying off the shelves already. Now, in your adventure party, you have everyone accounted for, or have you suffered some losses along the way?
No losses. No, we're all here.
Drat, that always makes for a better story. But that's okay. We can spin it. Anyone that you're willing to part ways with. Not kill them, just remove them from the picture.
I would say no. We kind of all have our own areas of expertise, and we're really all quite necessary to the success of the group as a whole.
We can work with that too.
But we can spin that, I'm sure.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
the
Teamwork
most
makes the
heartwarming.
dream work.
Yes, heartwarming, teamwork, helping people. Saving old ladies.
The ones that need saving the most.
Yes.
She's very enthusiastic. But at least at the moment before they sort of like shoo you out for the next student that's coming in for their presentation, they do ask if you have any questions for them or anything that you want to kind of like pitch to the council or.
I'm a little overwhelmed at the moment, but nothing is coming to mind immediately. I'm not sure. I'll have to, speak with the rest of the second law and see where they where we might head next. But if I know I have the coin pouch, but that's for Prismari business and Prismari interests.
Absolutely.
Is there any? I guess just standing way or procedure for contacting, or if I want to reach back out to Prismari in general, do I talk to the council, or is there someone else at Prismari that handles postgraduate inquiries?
As like Miss Glefa, Madame Glefa already starts to talk again. She's sort of cut off by Professor Zafi, the centaur, deputy headmaster at the school. Kind of like clip-clops forward and kind of cuts her off quickly. I will be your point of primary contact for any Prismari-related business. You can get in touch with us via that pouch. Any formal request you submit there will come directly to us. Obviously, we will all have to review it before approval, but typically not too long before any kind of approval happens.
Okay, that sounds great.
Or if any message needs to reach us, the pouch will suffice.
I suppose one of my most important questions, will I still have access to the libraries as a graduate?
Absolutely. As an alumni here, you're more than welcome to. You will have you have access to our sister schools as well. Lorehold, down in where is it? Somewhere in the Republic. Odenwald.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Witherbloom Lyceum. There's the Quandrix Academy. There is the Silverqueer Seminary. There's any of our sister schools. You are more than welcome to peruse their libraries as well. All you have to do is, and they kind of point to that little pin that you've always had, which magically has like altered itself a little bit more to be a bit more alumni-y than current student.
I was hoping I'd get to keep the pin.
Absolutely.
Wow. I guess that's all I have for now. We'll see where my adventures take me next.
We're very excited to see where you go, Harmony. You impressed us.
Thank you.
So Zafi kind of like eventually like steers you away from Madame Glefa, kind of like pushes towards the end. He's like, yes, I know we have plenty of other students to see, but hopefully we'll see you tonight.
Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
For the masquerade.
Yes, thank you so much, Harmony, and we look forward to hearing what you've accomplished next.
Okay, thank you.
Kind of like let you exit the room before they kind of retake their seats at the council. And as you kind of like walk out, there's another student kind of waiting outside, very nervous, clutching a bunch of scrolls and like an easel and for their presentation. Just like, are they in a good mood?
Oh yeah, great mood. You're gonna do just fine, and I'll give them inspiration.
Thanks. They kind of like scramble to pick up their stuff. Clearly, like a sorcery major, sorcerer pick things up and. Thanks. Walk
Deep
in.
breath.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They go inside the door. Closes behind them.
I just look around. I see some missing drapes.
Beautiful drapes on one side of the window, and the other side is a big diagonal, just like cut out of.
It only goes like 4 feet high.
Yeah.
Do I see any sign either way of where they went?
No.
Well, okay. I guess I'll go pack up my stuff.
Message.
I'll go back to my. I'll just go
Leave a
back to my
note,
room
yeah.
and like. I don't even know. I don't know what the protocol is. I guess pack up my belongings.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Yeah.
Do you have a trunk?
I'm sure I do.
It's a magic school. You gotta try.
A trunk of holding.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's what there's like a professor that upon graduation they go around and they like shrink down everyone's. It's not like a true trunk of holding, but you can throw all your like school
Into one
room,
little-
all your dorm room stuff in
little
there,
satchel.
and they at least make it down into like a little box.
Yes. Lunchbox.
It only
size.
holds that stuff, but the box can open back up into a trunk.
I
If
like
you
that so
permit
much.
me.
No, canon now. Yeah, it's canon now.
Magic, baby.
'Cause I like that.
All my
a whole bunch.
posters, my notes, my books.
It's a lot of books. It's a lot of posters.
Yeah.
Anything else second law you would like to do?
I guess once the shopping trip is over, we'll
I don't have
head
any
back
other
and
business.
Yeah.
head back and find Harmony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll come to. Could we go to the dorm? Just-
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I guess we'll show up.
The place
a
where
bit
we were
later.
staying was like kind of near Harmony's, right?
Yeah. It's in the same like build. It's all on like in the same area as
Mhm,
Harmony's
mhm, mhm.
dorm, but it's in the same
Yeah.
building.
So go back there.
So we'll head to.
And it's probably like early evening, late
Yeah, by
afternoon
now
now
it's-
at this point.
Yeah, later afternoon. You do. I'll say that as you do kind of come back onto the school grounds, you do notice that the school has undergone a bit of a transformation. The massive decorative glass flames that kind of encircle the towers have shifted and now cast dazzling prismatic colors all across the campus grounds. Banners are unfurled, music plays, the Opus Walk guards are slowly flooded with people. The Magister's Masquerade is only a few hours away from beginning. Students, staff, and esteemed guests all begin to arrive, making little rivers of people that kind of all go towards this massive building sort of at the far eastern side of the campus with a large glass dome ceiling that kind of like occasionally shines lights out and sparkles like a big old disco ball of a building. Clearly where the Masquerade is being held.
And sorry, it was 15 gold for all the stuff, all the supplies?
Yes.
Do we just wrap ourselves in this?
No. We have time still. Like, I'm feeling the time pressure. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go back and we're gonna get started. I have everyone's measurements, so I guess just give me some time and I will have something for everyone. I guess. So like above the table, I don't want to make it people's stuff without. I can leave the description up to everyone of what they would like to wear and all that good stuff, including like masks and all that good things. But if there's anything like specific, Tem would just, like the top hat or whatever else. But he would just go back to the room and like shove all the furniture off to the side and like make a giant space of just like, it's just a whir of scissors and needle and thread.
Tell me where to cut.
And like people jumping in, I'm sure Nik-Nak becomes a gluey mess with the paper mache as he's trying to make his mask, all that.
Basil and
The
Zakkai
fun
covered in glue.
the fun montage of let's make fashion.
Absolutely.
If we can specific, I have just two things.
No.
Well-
I'm gonna get descriptions of everybody's outfit.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
So
I hope you're
I-
all thinking about it.
Nik-Nak would probably want like a coat with very long twin tails that go between his tail. A very tall stovepipe hat.
Yes.
Like foot and a half to 2. And then instead of a mask, he would just like a very large handlebar twisted mustache just on the end of his snoot. And then any kind of like vest or something in the hood would be good. Yeah. Darker colors.
Excellent.
Would want.
Excellent.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love that Nik-Nak is wearing a hat as tall as he is.
Yeah.
Yup.
I'm getting like Mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas with the tall skin
Yeah.
hat.
Like Dub Dibbit.
Doug Dibbit.
Yeah.
It's just like
Similar
steam
mustache,
coming
too.
out of it. Like it's a smog pipe.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's what
I will say at some point during that, you're more than welcome to reconnect. With
Yeah, I would.
Harmony,
I guess
so-
I would, as I'm like a whirl of things, and be like,
We
Wait,
open up the door
we
with
need
all
to
the
we need to
fabrics.
figure out what. Can someone go check if Harmony's back? I need to know if I need to make something for her. And just
We'll
like,
go to Harmony's room.
Yeah.
Well, Tem is starting with the outfits and stuff. Harmony,
Oh,
Harmony!
how'd it go?
Hey!
Oh,
it go?
well,
How did
I
you-
graduated.
Hey!
Yeah.
Congratulations!
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Did you get the top possible marks?
Well, oh yeah. Well, yes.
Why was that even okay?
Perfect score.
If you wanted any special outfit for tonight, what are you
Oh.
planning? He's making us all clothes. Are they called?
Yeah.
Fancy clothes. Fancy
Yeah.
clothes.
Do you want that?
For the party
Well,
later.
yeah.
Formal.
Well, I have
formal.
a
Apparently
formal
you wear
dress.
different clothes for
Oh,
some
you have
reason.
a dress. Okay.
Classist clothes.
Classy clothes. Classist? Is he say classist?
Oh.
I can't remember.
Well,
Okay.
Class.
Because we
clothes.
all
It's
just
just
wear
kind
the
of
same
both.
thing,
no, I have a formal dress already.
Oh,
They have us bring one with us for,
Maybe a mask.
to school.
Do you have a mask?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he's making clothes for all of us. Like the second
Oh,
one.
well, maybe I'll have Tem add a little bit to my mask or something, or
Okay.
or some extra touches.
You should
or
probably
something.
let him know soonish though.
Well,
he's very
I'm
busy.
not pretty much all packed because I can just throw everything into this trunk and then they shrink it down for me. So
Wow, that's really cool.
yeah, and then it's just like a
Little
lunchbox
set.
kind of size, but it has all my posters and my books and so
So
I
you won't have this room after tonight. You leaving?
well I don't think that they'll kick me out right away. It's not but I figured well we probably have somewhere to go next so there's always people that need saving.
Right.
So once the masquerade's over, where are we going next? Well, we can figure that out, but
Well, isn't your professor in some sort of problem?
And
Right. I got so caught up with all of the graduation and my grades, and
and the
I had to.
Feywild,
I
the-
spent
the
2
portals
hours
of
reading the fine
Feywild,
print
which-
on all these
which is where
papers.
Basil wants to go as well for
Yeah.
his sister. So maybe
That's right. That's
maybe
tonight.
finding a way to the Feywild.
It's almost. Is it?
What do we
She's
do?
meeting him.
Is it close to suns? What? How long till sunset?
I mean, you've got like an hour before like the sun.
She was
starts
meeting
to
him
set.
before the ball or afterwards?
Well, it was a vampire, so it has to be dark out, right? And we have about an hour until sunset.
Will we have time to go to the lemon drop before going to the ball?
What time does the ball start?
There's no like formal start to it, but at sundown essentially.
Well,
Well, what if we go to the ball and sneak off?
yeah. Do I know if there's like a ceremony part to the ball of like these are the graduates and like
Yes.
that? So like I can't. Well, I mean I could, but whatever. But there's like a part where would be there.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a graduation type of ceremony because the ball is for the graduates, so they might, especially if it's me, they might notice if I'm missing.
I'm sure
So
Best
I did get top grades.
And your professor will probably be there, right? So
Well,
So
maybe
is it
we
maybe-
could just
I
keep
don't
an
know.
eye
She's
on her.
supposed to be,
Yeah.
but I don't know what
Keep
she's.
an eye on her, and when she leaves, we
Mm,
can maybe go after, follow.
yeah.
one of
that's
us
true.
could go tail her right now and see where she goes. Make sure she makes it to the ball.
Yeah, could
Probably
someone
don't wanna
go
wear that big top hat
watch
while we're
and
doing
protect
the-
her?
I don't think I haven't had it yet. I could go try and find her if someone wants to come with me.
The tails will go tail.
Yeah.
That could be good. You guys are small, so
Are you
you're less
sneaky?
noticeable.
Sneaky?
Yeah.
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say that as standing right behind them, Sledgehog kind of sputters loudly as the silver attack.
Look at Zakkai.
Yeah.
You think?
At least you got that out of the way.
See, and I just went
I
behind
could
Sledgehog.
go.
Why?
I could go if we're worried about making too much
Well, they
noise.
seem very enthusiastic.
I suppose if
I
the
don't mind
goal
anyone
is
coming.
to mostly just to protect Professor Veyron, then stealth doesn't need to be the
We
highest
don't want to
priority.
send too many people. It would be
They are small,
a little bit
And we can protect.
ostentatious, so
Mhm.
just
and
Yeah,
Sledgehog will
just-
be with them.
Mm-hmm.
maybe just a couple of them.
Yeah, let's just. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm going to go. Tan said something about being measured and this thing he's bearing. So
Oh.
I'm going to go
Okay.
see Tan.
Yeah, I'll wait
Okay.
here.
Yeah, I'm all packed up, so I'll just take the little. I don't know if it happens automatically, and I have my little box.
Yeah.
Box
You know, goodbye room, and like put my shrunken trunk into my satchel, and all right, well, let's go find Tem, I guess.
Yeah.
For 3 of you, head back
Yeah,
to the 10.
how many of
to
Zakkai
you.
and Anara are going to
Yeah, we're gonna make sure
Keep
Professor
Tan
makes
company
it
and
to
help
the
him.
ball.
Yup.
holding Tams and holding pieces
Yeah,
of
you walk back in on Tam and he goes, shh. I'm creating.
The
No
room
edits.
is completely transformed. There's like fabric, it's more than you bought somehow, is like hanging everywhere. There's buttons all over the floor. There's like crumpled papers of like sketches that have been like.
Can we help at all?
Yeah, work on your masks. Work on your masks, and yeah, just like truly, just like scissors, things, this, that, the other. He's like pins and yeah, just a whirl of fabric and thread.
How many master degree?
Wonderful,
Top
wonderful.
marks.
Oh, I knew you would.
Thank you.
Uh,
Oh, but I don't mean to distract. Go, continue.
Could I have Nik-Nak and Basil give me investigation checks?
Oh, sick. He's great at that.
Hopefully.
Nice.
Do so.
7.
No, I'm sorry, 8.
We always put our best people on.
I'm just one step behind him exactly, just following the exact.
Just
clues,
super
like-
excited about the prospect of doing this.
Saying the same thing like a half second after he starts saying it.
It's that like the Scooby-Doo walk where the feet are literally
Yeah.
just right
They were
behind.
so enthusiastic. Just wanted to let them do it.
Just like
This is good
around.
storytelling.
So just no vampires, and we just steer her in the direction of the masquerade. She has to be there.
Just protect her.
Was that her? Oh no.
We both look opposite ways.
Yeah.
I'll say with 2 7s combined, at least was enough to spot. Eventually, at one point, you kind of realize sneaking around the school that you've been sneaking around the school having no idea where this woman's office is, where she lives, anything like that. And it's by sheer happenstance and coincidence that you do see her. It's at
Walk into her.
you're in a stairwell, kind of like going down, and you see out the window, just one floor down, outside. She's like walking along the Opus Walk outside, heading towards the big Prisma ballroom area.
Is that her?
No, I don't think that's her. Wait,
What did she look like again?
can you see in the dark well?
Yeah, and I'll just like squint. I think that is her.
Okay, well,
It looks like a tree.
do you just run after her?
You want to jump?
Yeah.
How far is it down from this? You said it was one story.
Yeah, it's one story. I mean, they're a bit higher than usual, so probably good like 12 feet down to the ground from where you are.
Quickest way to get there.
Just jump.
Sledgehammer rolls behind you, just lands like a brick behind you guys. Let's see if she notices that. She does not. The natural,
Good work, boys.
natural 2 on that. She's gonna just keep walking.
So do we tail her or okay, so
The tails will tail,
yeah,
right?
yeah. All right, sneaky time.
Sneak.
That is.
And then just quickly look behind us to see if we're being sneaked
Yeah,
upon.
you
Oh, Sledgehammer, you're still there. Great.
Yeah, like I guess it's like Basil sneaks forward, and I'll have my back to his back, and I'll like sneak, and I'll walk backwards. Yeah.
She doesn't seem to be diverting her
Best.
path, just kind of crossing the ground. She has changed
Best
into a
agents.
more kind of like, more dressy kind of like cocktail dress kind of thing, but is still making a beeline for the Prisma ballroom. She seems to be in a bit of a hurry.
Yeah, can we do any insight check if we're getting a little bit closer to see any look on
Yeah.
her face or anything?
She
Is
looked
she like
despondent
more?
or-
Yeah. How despondent is she? 16.
11.
There definitely is a bit of. It's that kind of hurry that she has that it's not exactly that like. There's no necessary like rush to her actions or anything like that. But anytime that she's sort of idling or standing there, it's a lot of like foot tapping, kind of finger tapping on
I
her
recognize
elbow.
that nervous twitch.
She's fancy.
She's a bit antsy. Maybe like kind of like just waiting for it to be over, kind of like that sort of rushness, like kind of just personal, isolated hurry as opposed to like exterior. But you do pick up on that.
And could I, or either of us, try to make like some sort of to see if she is already being followed in any way?
Okay.
Is it duskish now?
By now? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, try to like take a look out, see if there's anybody.
Look into the shadows
Yeah.
where all the shadows are hiding.
At the very least, she you recognize it because she didn't do any of the things that you did, where there's not a lot of like looking around or checking behind her or checking anything. She seems pretty much focused on what she's doing. There's no distraction.
Okay.
Just that kind of idle rush to her.
Okay, so I guess keep sneaking behind.
Yeah, just keep an eye on her, I guess.
Anything comes by, we just start blasting.
Yeah,
or-
we'll shoot it.
Yeah.
What does a vampire look like?
I don't know. Maybe big and scary.
Yeah, that's what I've always heard. We'll look out for that.
Looking out for mandibles, big scary. Awesome. Traditionally, the Masquerade is held to celebrate those that have graduated from Prismari, with invitations sent out to family, friends, and of course the arcane elite. A hopeful outreach to perhaps snag membership or mentorship for a great archmage, or a way to hobnob and rub elbows with those that you once would now would call colleagues as opposed to mentors before. Also tradition, students are encouraged to wear masks and elaborate outfits that highlight and feature their arcane focus. And you start to realize, as especially you two out first and kind of like seeing more and more guests kind of walk towards, these students take these outfits pretty seriously. You see an abjuration wizard kind of walking. Her gleaming ball gown is not fabric at all, but instead millions and millions of shards of glass that just kind of like hover half an inch above her skin, and she kind of shows off the ability to not be hurt by anything like that. You see a smartly dressed, fitted in a kind of white tuxedo sorcerer with a set of giant wings kind of behind him that are just made out of light that, luckily, as he kind of turns, they would normally... A normal set of wings would hit somebody, but they just sort of phase through anybody else. But anytime he wants to, they flap and carry him a little bit. You see a druid wearing a cocktail dress made of moss that seems to grow and wither like plants on it just throughout the evening. You even spot at one point Riz, looking good in a sharp tailored suit of deep dark blue with swirling silver threaded patterns of clouds along the outfit. His mohawk of twists now sports new cuffs and rings of silver. His sword is slung across his back, and you see that he does wear a mask that looks very ornate and elaborate, a very kind of like fey, elven, female kind of look. Doesn't do much to hide his face. The only thing that it really does hide, through the eye holes, his eyes are just kind of pinpoints of starlight and like darkness. But he's mingling and kind of like talking about his presentation to other students. You kind of just overhear him as he kind of walks in.
Are we like hiding?
Yeah, are we hiding? Or also, are we underdressed yet? Do we stick out too much?
I don't know. I hope that Tem remembers my hat.
Yeah. I don't know. Do we maybe run back and
Maybe we get to like the entrance, because that's where they're gonna have to get there eventually, right?
Yeah.
So we wait there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
To the entrance to the place? Is there any possible, like, is there a bush, or is there any sort of like
Nik-Nak loves a
Shrubbery?
shrub.
love
He
a
loves
shrub,
a shrub.
a hedge, something?
Yeah, you see that the
Nik-Nak
outside
topiary.
of the knick-knack shaped topiary. There are like leading up to it. First of all, there's there's no shortage of places to hide. Kind of like on the walk leading up to the building, there are these elaborate kind of arcane sculptures and pieces of art that are kind of like set out to show off people's accomplishments and achievements here. It's very much like the art school of magic academies. The outside of the building it's just floor to ceiling windows, but you can't see in. The glass is frosted, but from the inside you can see out. There are large kind of twisted like spiral topiaries kind of scattered around everywhere. There's no shortage of places to hide behind.
Yeah, so I guess find a place to hide and then keep an eye on her?
Yeah, try to find like a good bush or something that will also give us a vantage point of where she is inside.
Let's find a good bush, Nick.
Yeah.
Each of you give me perception checks to just how good you are at kind of tracking Professor Veyron.
Hunt for bush?
That is the goal.
Perception?
Yeah.
Sweet. A 19, sorry.
5.
But anytime you get behind anything, you're just a little too short to kind of see around it. But
No, over here.
yeah, basically you're able to kind of keep an eye on her. You see that Professor Veyron does linger towards like the entrance a lot, and seems to be doing the professor thing of like welcoming students and like saying hi to families and like, oh, you're so and so's mom. Oh my goodness, her so much. She's doing the polite professor thing, the kind of like interacting with the student body and stuff. But she seems to be just sort of hanging by the entrance, at least for now.
All right, Hops, keep your ears peeled.
Okay.
An actual shock between them.
If any person walks too close to the bush and has anything dangling, I will try and snatch it.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Oh jeez, I'm rolling really bad. Let's go. Something good. 14.
14.
Yep. No, 13.
Okay.
I'll say there's not too much, mostly because people are like kind of walking by quickly. At one point, the abjuration wizard with the gown of just shards of glass does walk by, and you're able to get like a few little pieces that you have to like handle carefully, or they'll cut you. But you are able to pull off some of this poor student's dress as she kind of like walks by.
That'll do.
And then I don't think you would need a perception check to then see a very large Loxodon coming with a group of decked out compatriots carrying...
Holding a hat.
Holding a big old top hat, like with some more fabric outfits draped over his arms. Like, I can't believe we didn't say where we were going to meet them. What are we doing? Where did they go?
They're pretty smart. I'm sure that they'll be somewhere logical that we can...
Did you hear that? I called us smart.
They wanted to... I mean, Nik-Nak really wanted that hat.
Yeah, I know. I hope I made it tall enough.
I think it's fine.
He'll see it coming, I think.
The hat's bigger than he is.
Or it's about the same.
He's gonna love it.
Yeah.
He's gonna love it.
Yeah. It's good hat.
But yeah, let's keep our eyes peeled for him.
Swipe our own stuff.
As you kind of walk up, I don't know if I should be mean and do this randomly, or if anyone wants to volunteer to go first.
I mean, Tem can go first.
Please.
I know.
I want to know exactly what Tem is wearing to this.
Tem Boaz rolls up to the function in it is a beautiful three-piece suit that is pants and blazer jacket made out of that beautiful golden cloth, deep the red fabric as his like undershirt. It is got like a nice like trimmed lining of the red on the inside of the jacket as well, so it's just like a really, for being a big person, Loxodon, it kind of like trims him in really nicely. Like you've seen him in his embroidered coat before, which is a little bit free flowy and kind of all this stuff. But like, yeah, when you kind of put together in a more formal outfit, it actually kind of like tucks him in a little bit.
Yeah.
Less of that loose elephant look.
A bit more form.
Yeah. And his mask is a beautiful swallowtail butterfly. It's the same colors as the suit. It's mostly gold with like red inlay that he's been able to paint on there with the paper mache. As he approaches.
Amazing. It's gonna be hard to top. Anyone else want to go next, or am I gonna be mean and do it randomly?
Chuck
What
the
do y'all
dice. Do the dice.
All right.
Do the dice.
Anara.
It's the way it goes.
Stepping out from behind
Yeah,
Tem
so
as he
I-
walks up.
So, as you know, Anara typically wears sort of very loose-fitting, free-flowing clothes. And what I want to say is that Tam produced a beautiful kind of long gown, like kind of halter neck style, but very kind of tight form-fitting, including like down. But like during the fitting process, she's like, "Yes, no, this is great," and then takes a knife out and just slits.
Yeah.
Slits it down. And other times, like, "That is much better."
Oh yeah.
Little gasp from Tem.
This is beautiful, but I need to move. And I want to say that she persuaded Harmony to put even just like a tiny bit of makeup on her. She's never worn before. She's
Yeah.
like, how do you get your eyes to look and your lips?
All about the contrast with your eye color and the makeup color, and then
very striking. Yeah. So she's like actually kind of looking pretty glamorous with this
little cat eye, blah blah blah.
Well, and the
Kimberly's not
mask
heard enough
is
about this.
very striking. It's a flowing, inky, black, cat-shaped mask. It's actually just Slink.
It's just
Yeah.
like
That's awesome.
With Slink's
That's
face
cool.
just there, so it's like and around, gripping the back. So kind of imagine like little cat ears, but enough as you can see like the fantastic
I mean,
eyeliner job that's
Yeah.
been done.
Slink is practically liquid form, so
Yes.
it is able to kind of
Yeah,
do as much
so,
as you
so
like.
that is Anara, very form-fitting from down to the waist, and then just the same. I need to move.
That's awesome.
That's how Anara looks. And it's, of course, dark purple.
naturally.
Sorry for ripping it.
It works better for you.
Basil, once you're able to kind of scrounge and get all your stuff together, get dressed, how does Basil dress up for the occasion?
I still keep the long baby blanket scarf, but then it ends up coming down to a sash and then bleeds into a full kilt situation. Which then I imagine Tem probably like embroidered some little like, Basil-y details up onto the side. And then I imagine I have a similar green vest with long tails that's almost matching Nik-Nak's, but like not as long, so my little bunny tail kind of comes out to the side. And then I'm similarly wearing like a paper mache, just repeat bunny mask of my own face. But the ears will be like jaggy, like lightning bolts of that kind of style, and then still allowing my whiskers to fully come out through the mask, so they're still a little like jaggedy, like, but it's still like a repeat of my face still in front of it.
It's like weirdly like beautiful, and also the closer you get, a bit unsettling to realize that's not Basil's face.
Yeah.
It's just
Very uncanny valley.
uncanny mask that's over it. He puts it back on. It's just the only difference is that this Basil's mouth moves when it talks, and this one doesn't. It's the exact same thing. Ooh, Zakkai.
All right. Zakkai is wearing. Zakkai doesn't usually wear a shirt, so Zakkai's compromise to wearing a shirt for a formal occasion is he's wearing these quite sheer, like still tan fabrics over his shoulders, kind of down over his chest. Very deep plunge. It's kind of sheer, so if you look hard enough, you can still see. Around his waist.
You don't have to look backward.
Around his waist is wrapped
It looks hard.
a long gold, it's the brocaded fabric, like wrapped around me a bunch of times, and it ends in like kind of a snake head with two green little, they're not gonna be real gems, but like glass or whatever, as the eyes. And then I'll wear green similar to my usual harem pants, but they're like a silkier, nicer fabric. And then the very bottoms, I'll be wearing shoes. They're like a little pointed, but the bottoms are taken out of the shoe, so they're just
Like
on top of
cosplay
my
top.
feet. Yeah.
You're basically just wearing spats.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just wearing spats. And then, but my skin as well. Did I find some little gold?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You're in a city that's populated primarily by fey creatures. You're able to find gold dust.
Fantastic. So I don't think I can wear my normal wraps, and I currently have got a little situation going on. So, from the snaking tattoo that's green, I want to continue it in gold, like in my skin, like combine it with whatever my skin is made out of, as it snakes up my arm, and then I have like this kind of swirly little details on, like, the high points of my body, and then he's gonna have gold like eye makeup that's kind of like coming from
The
under his
mask
skin.
is the
Yeah, and he's
That's
just
cool.
got this like gold eye makeup.
obvious.
So the like tattoo on your arm
It's
is
visible.
out,
It is now visible.
But
and like clearly a tattoo, or you try.
No, it
Just
still looks like a
curious.
tattoo because the gold that I have snaking also looks like part of my body. So like I'm trying to camouflage it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Amazing. Harmony!
Yeah.
What we got?
Very similar to her like daily outfit, but I'm thinking more like a kind of silky, like fitted, kind of that turquoisey / a little. It's kind of like that shimmery sort of fabric, but it's kind of like with the turquoise sort of color that she usually has, but also a little darker. So it's kind of like a little changey looking in like the light, and just kind of one of those like kind of this type of sleeve style.
Oh, that kind of off the shoulder thing.
Yeah, like an off the shoulder, with like still kind of a regular little like corsety thing that she usually has with like the silver and everything, and then whatever the like kind of ballerina dress, the like see-through
Like a
Tool.
yeah,
Tool.
taffeta,
Yeah.
something like that. So like the little sleevey things are made out of that, and then very like form-fitted the silky under part, but then with a couple layers of the like taffeta of the same color or like the turquoise kind of color over top of that for the bottom part. And then it's like more like ankle length, so she still has her boots on, but then like the dark purple gloves, like velvety gloves up to here.
Opera length.
Yeah, some opera purple
yeah.
gloves. And she has like one little silver bracelet that has little bells on it, and just like some gold bangles on the other wrist, and her necklace. And then her mask is like a kind of crimson-y magenta mixy velvety kind of mask. And I'll say like just the kind of the outside of it, outline of it is kind of like a rococo looking, like kind of swirly sort of pattern. And then stitched on the mask is just like musical notes and treble clef type of things stitched with like lute strings, like lyre strings.
Cool. Ooh, I do
Yeah.
like that.
So they're kind of, I guess, assuming that they look like what I imagine like the clear guitar strings look like nowadays. But like, so that kind of clear-ish, like you can see the pattern of it, but they're kind of that like see-through-ish, like raised,
Yeah, absolutely.
more raised than thread kind of look.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah. Rounding out the party, Nik-Nak.
So yes, similar to what I said earlier, he wants the coattail, the long coattail, practically dragging on the floor. Very,
It is dragging.
yeah, very tall stovepipe hat, paper mache curly mustache on the end of the snoot, and then when he sees everybody getting like ready and stuff, he'll look over at Harmony and Anara and see their eye makeup and stuff. So he'll reach into Sledgehog and get his hands just like covered in grease, and so he'll just go like that over his eyes, and then he'll look over at Sledgehog and be like over his eye lights to give him a mask of two hands, and then to get the rest of the grease off his hands, he'll just wipe it all over his
Another like horrified gasp from Tem across the. Who just spent so much time.
You look at it like, isn't it looking? It looks good.
Like biting the inside. Tem's cheek is bleeding on the inside. It's so hard.
Thank you so much. You did.
Yeah, these
You're
are
welcome.
great.
If everyone will look down at the hems of your outfits. Tem has chain stitched the second law on everyone's hems of their clothes.
So I can wear this whenever we need to go somewhere classy.
It could be useful from any number of scenarios. So keep it nice as he glances sideways at Nik-Nak.
It's great. This
You
is
always-
amazing.
You always need to have a formal wear outfit on hand for events, just in case.
Yeah, who knows where we might end up. But
Well, thank you, Tem.
yeah, and did you two find is everything okay?
Yeah, she's
How is
in there.
Professor Vayron?
She looks a little.
little just like looking around, a little nervousy, little twitchy, but nothing came up yet. It's just saying hi to people. I don't know.
Yeah,
Think she's still over there.
Yeah.
So one of us should keep an eye on her the whole
Yeah.
evening. Just make sure we don't lose them.
Yeah, maybe
Sad.
maybe you two keep watching her, and everyone else will kind of keep an eye around the rest of the party to make sure. Did I tell you all what the vampire man looked like?
No.
I know what vampire bats look like. So is he just like one of those, like a big like, or is he like?
Well, before we go in, let me give you all like the rundown. I'll just tell them what he looked like, what I remembered from How to Deal with Vampires. I don't remember if I did that or not. So yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I know you were able to
I thought
recall
I
a
did.
couple
You
things.
did.
I
Just
thought
like
I told-
like common
Yeah,
folklore and
Yeah,
other
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. It was like regular, like
Yeah.
sunlight.
Running water.
Yeah.
Can't go in
Yeah.
the person's house. Yeah, it's the
The classic.
yeah the classic vampire stuff is known here as well.
I mean, that's all I know off the top of my head. I didn't really have time to research. I was working on obviously my dissertation, and
But it sounds like
I
he
think
should
that-
be pretty recognizable even out of Masquerade.
he
like
was very large.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah.
more
Very,
confused.
very large
Isn't
man.
she supposed to meet him at the lemon grove?
Right, but just in case, and
Yeah.
to know about what this person looks like.
And you have your ceremony first early, and then.
I'm
you'll
not
be
sure.
free?
I haven't graduated before, so
Okay.
but I mean, I'll obviously to not raise suspicion. I'll try to stay here for the ceremony, but if you see anything suspicious, please
We'll let you know.
let me know, and please help her if I'm not able to.
Of course.
What do we do if she leaves?
Follow her.
Should we?
I mean, at least to keep
You
her
missed the
safe.
party? Okay.
I'll save you some snacks.
Well, we can
Some
find
of us
a
can.
way to.
Yeah.
I don't think we should. That you all, if you do follow her, you shouldn't try to fight this vampire man. I mean, he was very powerful. But at least.
But we
I
know
told-
where they're going. So
Yes.
If one
If
of us or
they're-
two of us could
if they
follow,
stick
and
to
the
that
rest could
plan,
wait,
but-
and,
Yeah, who knows?
Hopefully, Professor Vayman doesn't get any ideas to try to derail him, or hopefully she just sticks to the plan and keeps herself safe. But maybe
Let's-
just try to make sure that she's okay.
Did we
Yeah.
see
We'll look out for her.
welcome anyone in that seemed potentially sketchy? As we're kind of like, oh yeah, recalling her all and like can't welcome anyone in. Can we like now think of that as like, oh yeah, was maybe like a big guy came in like that welcomed her as she came to the door?
Give me another insight check real quick.
Just 17.
17. From especially Harmony's description, no one has come through that matches that description. And you see that her kind of like welcome and kind of communication with a lot of people is very kind of cut paste generic, where she's sort of like, as long as you two have been watching her, she's had the same conversation maybe 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
With like the same kind of just new students and new parents coming in and being like, oh yeah, you know, obviously she's said like they're my favorite student to like 4 different people.
Okay.
A pleasure to have in class.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not, obviously I don't know about all the security and abjuration measures that the school takes for campus, but I would imagine that, you know, maybe this vampire wouldn't just be able to walk onto campus or walk into the building, but I don't know if any of you all are able to sense any type of poison or any sort of disease or contagion. That was how I sort of identified him as being in the lemon drop in the first place. So if anyone's able to do that, maybe that would be a good way to just maybe try to detect somebody if they seem suspicious. Maybe they feel diseased or something like that. Maybe he would send someone who works for him in his stead to watch her at the party or something like that. I'm not sure, but
I look around at the crazy costumes.
Crazy?
It's gonna be like everyone.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay,
gonna
well.
be pretty difficult to see something out of the ordinary.
I know a masquerade
I mean,
ball
look,
would be
This one is made of moss.
very tastefully done. Well,
You see that same druid with that mouse, and she like literally plucks off a mushroom and hands it to someone who else who eats it. She's like, yeah, it's
It'll
totally
be a fun night
Yeah.
for them.
He seems like a fun guy.
none of that basement.
Well,
Without 3 puns on the stream.
I could detect magic, but in this place I might go blind.
I can maybe see, metaphorically, maybe if it's like good or evil,
well,
but
That
my
could-
ears
that
kind of
could
don't
work
make sense
too. I mean,
sometimes, so.
I'm sure he was evil.
That's kinda how I
He
was able to figure out-
blackmailing her.
Nothing.
We can come back to that. It's a little. It looks like everyone is done filing in. We should probably get inside.
Don't miss your ceremony.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, well, I guess I can always cast that spell again if I need to. Okay, let me know, I guess, if you see anyone that looks very suspicious or that has extra long canine teeth or something like that. Exactly, yeah.
Keep our eyes
All
peeled.
right, let's go.
You turn and
Click, 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 click.
the Prisma Ballroom is an explosion of color, art, and magic. Giant glass spheres orbited by rings of gold hover overhead, filling the room with soft light. Magnificent sculptures of glass, stone, and less corporeal elements remain frozen in time, littered throughout the room. Gaudy decorations cover every available surface. A full orchestra of floating instruments play themselves as directed by a little squat automaton conductor who's just like standing in front of all these floating instruments. Actually, I can just show you.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nik-Nak, you can't take that.
It almost looks Christmassy with those dreams.
Very.
It's even better. Neat.
That is really beautiful.
That's a
Though.
dope piano.
Oh, it's my color scheme.
And as you
Wow, I
kind of
match the ballroom.
as you enter, you
That was
hear
the ball.
kind of like walking up behind you, just like, doesn't matter how much makeup and fancy stuff you put on her, she's still just like, B-grade trash. As Riz kind of walks up,
She looks really
adjusting his
good.
mask.
Riz.
Riz, don't be so rude.
Look, hey,
Speaking
she
of
looks
B
radiant,
grades.
but I don't think that's a A+ outfit.
She got the
Looks more like a B or high C.
Well, you'd recognize a C, wouldn't you?
I
Would. You look very nice.
Thank you. I think I do too. You guys clean up pretty good.
Thanks.
looks at
Ted
everybody.
made them.
Yeah, nothing. Just a quick little
In an hour.
whipped up little thing.
That's
Talented Loxodon.
wild.
Thank you.
That's some skill. That's some skill. You should go to school here.
You would never.
I've come to grow very fond of your university. There's a certain panache that is present here.
We definitely have panache. And as he says that, like he presentations like little fireworks and come out from behind him.
Yep.
So, how did flying by the seat of your pants for your final dissertation go?
Okay. Passed, graduated, free man and all that. Well, not free, warlock, bound by contract, soul owned by Archfey. But
Did you read all the
aside
fine
from
print like I told you to?
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't even need to insight check.
It's
All right, well.
fine.
All right, let me know when you need help out of that contract.
We're good. She and I are like this.
Okay.
But it was nice for you guys to stick around and.
Oh, we had to be here to see Harmony through. She
That's
deserves
true, that's
that.
True. Yeah, you guys are like an adventuring party.
That's right.
There's a lot of you. Have any openings?
I'm sure we could find something for you to do. We have a lot of bags, so
That's true.
you're very strong.
Yeah.
You've been working on the sparring.
Hey, and he kind of like, without even touching it, holds his hands out and the sword kind of unsheaths itself and just sort of like dances around the air and then kind of goes back in.
It's very fancy. Can you hit someone with it yet?
You weren't able to hit her last time.
Yeah, we all saw it.
Woo!
True, sometimes the wind is mightier than the sword, and I work well with wind.
Seems
Is
like
that
you're just
how
blowing
that,
wind.
Is that how that phrase goes?
Hot air.
Yeah,
Is that what he's
I always
talking about?
thaumaturgy fart noises. We do it to each other because.
He's just blowing smoke.
Yes, it's fine.
Well,
Could do that too, but
Well, congratulations on passing
Thanks.
your exams.
Passed is generous, but hey, I did pass. Got some interest from Madame Gladefell. She wants to explore some Fey contracts. Maybe have a internship or two lined up.
That's good.
But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. We'll see what happens. I'm not one to hang around in one place too long.
well, maybe depending on where we're heading next and where you need to go. I mean, I would hate to say goodbye to you so soon, obviously. So
You're
you can
gonna
always
have to
hang
work
with
a
us for a
lot
little while.
harder to get rid of me than that, Harmony.
likewise.
Well, he's kind of like immediately like there's a kind of tray that floats by and he grabs literally a couple of glasses, like champagne glasses. Right. Well, I'm gonna go finish this off. I'll see you around. And he leaves with a fistful of like 3 glasses in each hand. Walks off.
I'm glad
good
he.
They're just giving these away.
I didn't want to show any sort of lack of faith in him, but I'm really glad that he passed. He was really kind of stressing me out for a little bit. But he is good at just winging it, so I'm glad. That's good. That's good for him. It's fun that we all graduated.
It sounds like you did much better than him anyway.
Does he know a lot about the Feywild, which is a place we may need to know about ourselves?
Yeah, he might have some information.
Wait, does he
Well,
maybe know how to get in if he has
Useful
a pack?
to talk to him about that if that is indeed where we may be.
Well,
Yeah, he could be of
yeah, we
use.
could see what. I mean, I guess it depends on how much. I don't really actually know how it works with patrons or with his patron, if they give him information like that, or if he's been there, or.
I mean, for Basil, I mean, even if this issue with the professor doesn't turn out to be a problem, we may still need.
It'd be nice to figure something out,
Find
especially
a
in
way.
this pretty weird area.
Yeah, maybe. Well, he's not leaving right away, and we don't have to leave right away. Maybe we'll find him after, and we can ask him if he knows a way in, or.
Well, let's see how tonight goes. See where we're at.
Yeah.
Do we? Is there dancing?
Yeah, what do we do?
What do we do?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I know, you know how a party
ceremony.
would typically go.
Yeah,
But is there a
there's-
ceremony, or and then
Well,
dancing,
I
drinks?
think there might be-
Keeping an eye on the professor.
Yeah, maybe at least some sort of bit of a display type ceremony for just showing everybody who graduated. But yeah, I mean, there's usually like a large sort of banquet table with food and little tables to stand and converse, and then the ball floor, the dance floor for the different dances, and it depends on what the song is, and there's
What do you
different.
mean different dances?
Well, there's different types of dances and different
Waltz,
sets and
foxtrot.
steps.
Foxtrot.
More than just one?
Yeah.
There's-
This is where you
there's
move along with music. Yes,
very
but
many.
More than one kind?
Yeah, there's a bunch of formal dances.
Yeah.
Is it mandatory?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
no,
I wouldn't think
no.
so.
Sometimes it's just fun to just move
It's
your body.
it's just
Yeah,
fun.
it's just a good time. You can just do what feels right.
Well, I guess we should at least, keep an eye out, but let's blend in as well too. Don't want to, draw more attention.
I've never been good at that.
It's easier here with all these people. Look, this one is made of glass.
Yeah,
Didn't I know it?
most people do usually end up wearing
Seems to
more
be a little
clothes than
less
usually
clothes
to these,
than
but that's.
I put on more clothes.
Well, you don't have your.
It's
I
a
didn't
whole
know you
shirt,
had
it's
a-
just hard to see it.
Yeah, I
'cause
didn't
it's
know you had a
see-through.
tattoo on your arm. Why do you
Oh.
usually keep it covered?
No, I this is just decorative for the party.
Oh.
With like my makeup.
Can I insert that?
I have a 17 passive insight as well.
What does it mean? Looks fun. Does it say water or something like that?
Salmon spring roll.
I'll save you the trouble. I
it's
got
a 13.
I got a natural one.
No.
I don't know. You could lie about anything about tattoos to me, and I'd be like, oh yeah, tattoos, yeah.
I thought we could do one of those one day.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Ink.
You know, I
some,
just
some
like,
adornment for the party.
oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's so cool.
You like it though, right?
Well, it's fine.
It's
really- it- no,
suddenly
I'm-
flexing. You like it though, right?
See how it wraps around my
It's-
bicep?
Yeah. No, it's very nice and decorative.
He adjusts and refloofs.
It's great. Let's go.
Into
Yeah, the ball itself there's not much.
I'm
There's
staring at your arms, or staring at my boobs.
Fully.
like, yeah, you look alright.
Yeah, you look great too.
there's a bit of a loose structure in terms of there's the kind of like cocktail hour, like mingle hour. There's a time where everyone is kind of instructed to like sit and eat. There's time after that where there's a lot of dancing. Kind of right before dinner, all the graduates are invited up onto this kind of like big balcony area here, sort of lined up. You all see the headmaster of the school, whose name is escapes me until I see Professor Wu Xian, a kind of this older elven man, long kind of like white mustache that has a lot of little talismans and stones and items kind of like braided within it. Very kind of ornate headmastery kind of like robes. Kind of makes a little speech, one that I didn't write, and he is much cleverer than I. But he kind of like congratulates and applauds the graduating class this year of Prismari, saying that there's an abundance of talent and potential brewing among them. Can't wait to see what this year's Prismari products kind of like do next. But then welcomes everybody to enjoy food, dancing, welcomes any family, friends, parents of people. You do notice at one point, kind of standing off to the side, Riz does seem to have a parent with him. There's an older woman who you can tell just by the family resemblance seems to be his mother. Kind of same, kind of like dreaded braids that he has, but much longer, kind of go down to her middle of her back. And she also is very like, despite the fact that she seems to be the elven side of his family. Still has a lot of like clouds and air kind of like woven into her fabric of her design, the design of her fabrics.
What's the size of the class? I mean, like how many students are graduating?
Oh, like the graduating
yeah,
students?
in particular, yeah.
There's a good like 75.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So it's like a decent size. It's not hundreds, but it is like a fair amount of students.
Yeah, quite a few.
Once the headmaster kind of like congratulates everybody, welcomes everyone to like enjoy the banquet and the festivities. There's dancing. There's everyone is welcomed to, and encouraged. The students are kind of encouraged to display their abilities. Hence, there's like lots of sculptures and art pieces that are kind of like fitted around that places. Any student that has interactive or decorative outfits or masks seems to be eager to show them off to people. You're hard pressed, any of you, to go a few steps without someone trying to
Get your attention.
and boast about it. They may not want specifically your attention; they just want attention.
Look at me. Look what I did.
Yeah.
Tem would invite Harmony to dance at one point, just as a little celebratory and congratulations. I know how hard you worked.
Oh, thank you, Tim. And we both know all the steps.
Yes. Well, you find that Tem, again, for being quite large, she's dexterous hands and maybe not as dexterous feet, but knows like courtly, formal dances. So a little bit of a waltz around the room. And then I think maybe after we're done, I think Tem would also invite Anara to dance as well.
So Anara would have spent the first time really carefully watching Tem and Harmony to try and just sort of figure out what it is, and is kind of like happy to be asked. And when she dances with Tem, you can see her instinct is not to follow the thing, but she starts moving in the way she does when she fights. So she's actually very graceful, and the movements flow, but they're not like any dance moves.
Yeah.
But you can see some of the moves are ones where she's like spinning and ducking but flowing in a kind of made up set of movements, sort of going with the music, but just going with what she knows rather than
quite the
So
power
sort of
and confidence.
but also in sync.
Yeah.
Because she understands
Well,
choreography.
I wanted to. You said you'd never really been to something like this before.
It's fun,
Yes. Yeah.
and it's just the same as fighting, except you don't hit people.
That would be bad in a situation such as this. Lovely. Well,
Thank you so much, Dan.
Of course,
And
it's a party.
It is beautiful.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's my pleasure. I'm happy to be of service.
Yeah, especially just the look and kind of presentation of the ballroom, especially to actually the majority of you, Anara, Nik-Nak, Zakkai, Basil. Something as extravagant as this is wild, and this seems to be like just a yearly thing that they do and are able to do. And some people like Anara, your village would have to save, the entire village would have to save for years to pay for one night of this.
Yeah.
Let alone Zakkai, the kind of like glamour and like cleanliness,
Very
everything
classist
here.
cleanliness.
Yeah, it's just
very classist.
yeah, specific from where you come from. It's like night and day difference
Yeah.
from what you've
Immediately
like, seen
after
before.
dancing 10, Anara's going to run over to Nik-Nak and go, let's do it, come on, let's see. Like with 10, come.
I'm gonna see that, get jealous, and I'm gonna grab Sledgehog.
And then just start like doing kind of moves
Twirling
around,
me around.
twirling Nik-Nak and like having like kind of run up
With the
her
top
arm,
hat and
flip it.
mustache.
Yeah, Nik-Nak
Catch
will
it.
very much follow as Anara leads.
Yeah. anyone,
She's
Tem,
got the
Nik-Nak,
idea of what
anyone
this is
that
now.
dances with
Anara
Anara,
is following.
after a few seconds you realize there's no attempt
Yeah.
to lead.
Yeah.
You're not, nobody's leading.
She does her
Anara.
own thing.
Absolutely.
But she's really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Which is-
After
She's
Tem
finding a surprise.
and Harmony did their dance and they separated, I'm gonna scoot in and start dancing with Harmony next.
Well, but I feel like we both start talking at the same time. Kind of wanted to. Well, this one's actually. Well, this is an easier one if you want to try.
Sure, I don't really know what I'm doing.
Perfect. Okay, I'll show you. I say it's like a waltz or something, so it's just like it's in threes.
Okay.
So it's 1, 2, 3. Oh, just just you. Oh.
It's okay. These aren't real shoes.
Oh.
I put my feet up the sole of my foot.
Okay, think of it like this. And I'll just start kind of like okay, and then this way. And then, okay, now we.
Okay. It's not that hard.
Yeah, there we go. And we'll just follow.
As you're kind of like slowly starting to learn and learn
We're
the
not
steps,
dancing.
just in the background you see like Sledgehog rolling around with Basil just on top.
Well, I imagine that, or I'm trying to match Sledgehog's movements, so we're both just like moshing and doing arm swinging movements and just that back and forth. That's all it is.
Even better, because
Everyone's like jumping out.
Yeah.
Sledge has only so many points of articulation.
Mhm.
He has just like a few like quadrupedal form and then spherical form. So, and he kind of like goes back and forth between them, but will 100% kind of. There's no one that has higher energy on the dance floor than Basil and Sledgehog of all people. A lot of people. You see a couple people just.
was being thrown at today.
Yeah, a few people that are slow dancing immediately drop people as they're knocked clear by little extendo arms that kind of come out as Sledge is just rolling around having no pun intended a ball.
Yes.
A ball at the ball.
Sledgehog's people too.
And I want to say that we're all at some point at least keeping an eye out. So even though we're having a blast,
Yeah.
we're keeping track of
Yeah.
we're
We're still on the
keeping
clock.
track
A
of-
waltz is a great way to also
Of the-
keep
of the
tabs on the room
professor.
because you're
Yeah.
always
Move
constantly
around.
spinning.
Yeah.
Also, just for like
Kind of hard to pay attention to.
Nik-Nak's posterity, once Anara is done twirling him around a room, he would like to. Is this like a tray pass situation?
Mhm.
He's gonna start asking the waiters if they would like any help.
That's so good.
And so, like, as he's going around, if no one takes the food, he's assuming that the food has to be gone. So he'll start pocketing food.
Oh, good.
And
The distribution
Just takes the
system.
tray.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
take care of
yeah.
the tray.
Yeah, as well as clearing the silverware for them. He's now.
Ooh, pocket snack.
Knives and forks.
Yeah.
How did this get here?
Lots of greasy pockets. Yeah. At the end of the
Yeah,
day.
let's make it easier.
Yeah.
Just take a camp bit.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Eventually people start to notice that there's about 25% less silverware in the room than there was before. A few of the waiters are kind of like moving around, like looking for where the tray went, and like people are like asking for more hors d'oeuvres, and like trays haven't come out in a little while.
I don't know. They should be here soon.
Can't go to hell.
The hat taller than the
Yeah.
tray.
Yeah,
which,
yeah,
is like at a lower level.
And he's probably like going like that.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, take it. I need this. Yeah, he'll toss it to you.
During the kind of like dance portion of the evening with your passive perception, Anara, you do see at one point because I'll say that you all have at least clocked and have been keeping an eye on Professor Veyron the entire evening. But Anara, you're the first to notice that eventually she kind of takes a look around at the room, does that sort of like little mini assessment of like, will I be noticed if I leave? Before kind of like nodding. sets a glass down, and she starts making her way towards the exit.
As soon as I spot this, I will try and get attention from the rest of the group. Whoever's closest to me, I'll immediately say, she's there, she's leaving with that, whoever that is. Let's get the others. We should. Professor Bayer, she's leaving.
Let's go.
She's leaving.
It breaks the spell, and we're like, yeah, let's go.
Is everybody ready? Did you get everything?
Oh yeah.
Plenty of snacks.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's
I'll head out toward the exit.
we'll
where
kind
she
of
left from.
leave from different sides of the room, and a couple
Scatter.
seconds apart and stuff.
I'll
kinda
go the
walk.
way she went and see if I can catch up with her.
We'll just walk around this way and then out the door.
You kind of like scatter and disperse into the crowd a little bit.
Just a hat.
Yeah, I'll try and get within
It's too good.
sight of her so that I can spot where she is and try and stay hidden myself.
Make a stealth check for me, please.
That is a 23, I think.
Can't see this.
No, that is a 24.
Unfortunately, Professor Varen rolled a natural 20 on her perception check. But you do see that she sort of like
She's novice.
stops at the like kind of main gate to the door, turns around and does one little kind of like last survey of the room, and that just so happens to be when she catches.
Yeah, and
You
I'm
sort
just
of, like,
trying to stop
mid-step.
and like adjust my slink, like as if I haven't seen anything, and then try and make like I'm not following while waiting for the rest of the group.
Do you see that she sort of like looks around? I'm gonna ask for a check because you were trying to be stealthy.
But was she trying to be deceptive?
You do see that at one point the professor kind of like looks around. She seems to be like searching the room and stops. I'll say with your passive perception, you sort of can draw a line between the professor's gaze and kind of connect it across the room, and you do see to where Harmony is.
Okay.
And you do see there's a sort of like heavy sigh as her shoulders drop a little bit, only because you're so able to kind of get so close to her. You can just hear under her breath Professor Varen kind of just whisper, "I'm sorry, Harmony," and she wiggles her fingers a little bit, and a kind of fizzle of multicolored magic kind of drifts off her hands and then drops to the ground and starts rapidly snaking its way along the ground, like through, like between people's feet and into the crowd.
Wait, they're heading toward. Did she transform?
No,
The
she
magic.
just sort of like a bit of multicolored energy kind of falls off her hand.
Have I ever seen anything
And
like this
it
before?
actually is surprisingly similar to how Slink moves. It just sort of is like a physical globule of multicolored warbling energy that kind of comes off or drops to the ground, and then you just see it like a snake kind of slithering into the crowd.
Is it heading toward any one in particular?
You just see it disappear between some feet.
Okay.
But then she kind of like turns, goes out the door.
And only Anara is like kind of closer to the door watching, and the rest of us are kind of like, ooh, walk this way and then towards the door like that.
Yeah.
So we're kind of in the process of getting around.
Yeah, I guess I'll try and. Can't decide whether I should try and keep an eye on this thing.
Yeah, you
or-
got 2 roads to go down.
Yeah.
Can't do both.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can keep up with the little thing.
Oh, okay.
It's like-
Give me a perception check.
That is an 17.
17. You can like, especially because now that you're like trained on it, you sort of not quite sure what to do, but eventually you sort of tear your attention away, Professor Varen, and you kind of watch the light fizzle and sneak around through people's feet. You see it zip along the ground across the main ballroom, and you watch as the shimmer weaves through the air and then finally stops, hidden beneath one of the empty seats below some of the floating orchestra instruments. The glimmer suddenly becomes like a kind of, it kind of splits and kind of like I'm trying to think of what that what is that like magnetic clay we can put a magnet and like sort of like pulls
Ferrofluid?
off. Yeah,
Ferrofluid kind of. Yeah.
I'm not sure if kinetic sand is that's not the word I'm looking
No.
for.
No, I know, but is it like
They're like filament
moving
looking
with
stuff?
I know, I was
Yeah,
thinking like
ferrofluid,
yeah.
the thing you
Think
put
of
on your
the-
desk
got,
that
like,
has little pieces
like
of metal
iron
in a ball.
filings and a magnet. You can
Precisely
pull
that,
it.
where it starts to like kind of
So is
pull
it
and
like-
split
yeah,
itself
yeah.
apart.
On my way, while I was keeping track of this thing, did I happen to see any of the others? Did I happen to cross their paths or even in sight of theirs? In which case I want to try and attract their attention.
I
This
say
is
that
going on.
on your way there, you happen to cross paths with Basil and Tem,
I will
at the very least.
hiss under my breath so I'm not shouting.
Is that Snake?
Like, Professor Varen left, but she sensed something and following it.
What?
It's heading into the ballroom, but
Oh,
she's leaving, but this is a distraction, I think, but
okay.
it may be dangerous.
Oh,
Ooh, okay, okay. Well,
this way.
that way.
She went that way, I'm going this way, and I carry on following I can't tell you what to do, but
Yeah.
this could be dangerous.
Yeah, Tim would probably follow Anara back in.
Yeah, same. People could be hurt coming in here.
You kind of like double back
What do we
and
do?
move
Where do we
back
go?
into it. Anara, because you're keeping an eye on it, you see the multicolored energy kind of split apart into a bunch of little pieces and then kind of crawl across the floor under each little stool or chair before it all just kind of like reverse magnifies up into the instruments before the music eventually stops. The dancing kind of stops because people are wondering what happened to the music. Everything kind of goes quiet.
So the magical force that was kind of like skittering on the floor, slithering, went up under the stage and took over the instruments.
So essentially, yeah, split apart in a bunch of little pieces and then just rocketed up and hit each instrument.
And the music will stop.
And music stops.
Because they were all being played by magic, not
Yeah,
by
they were just playing by themselves, kind of
people,
floating.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
wonder-
What's
gonna
happening?
be the enchantment on the instruments?
Did Tam and Basil catch up?
Yeah, I guess it
I'll
ended.
say that, yeah.
Yeah,
Basil and Tim
yeah.
are with you. At this
Oh,
point.
What did you see?
They went into the music stopped. Look,
oh,
it split. It was a force slithering.
well,
It
maybe-
came from her. She
maybe-
cast a spell of some kind.
maybe that's just it. Maybe they just stopped.
Did you stop the music, I guess? Was she the one controlling it?
I don't know.
Do I see anything
What
different
happened?
looking with the instruments? Like, even though we're kind of making our way from a different part of the room, but if the music stops and I look over to see what's going on with the instruments, do I like see anything obvious, weird?
You look and just see they're all kind of like frozen in the air. There's that little kind of automaton, like little miniature automaton person, kind of like frozen. He seems to kind of be stuttering a little bit as if trying to like do the next song, but it's just kind of like on a repeat before you watch him stop. And he's sort of facing the instrument, so his back towards you. But Harmony, you watch as his head turns 180 degrees around. His eyes kind of alight with a bunch of like different colored, multicolored energy that's kind of pouring out of his eyes before his body turns around to match the head and kind of like points his baton, and all the instruments start to kind of rush forward and into
no!
the crowd. I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Ah.
Not the instruments!
I'm gonna fight a cello.
Oh,
That's about regular.
Get
Harmony.
fisticuffs with a
Music
flute.
magic versus
wow,
music
betrayed
magic.
by this die again.
Yeah, same. This is the.
Okay. So here we go. I will say at the top of initiative, depending on if anyone has duets, those that qualify for a duet, Harmony and Nik-Nak, or Anara and Nik-Nak
I don't.
are the only ones that roll
think we
close
do.
enough
think we
to
do.
each other.
We do.
No. We're not we're not friends enough yet.
So if at any point Anara and Nik-Nak you'd like to use your duet, you're more than welcome to. But kicking us off, top of the round, Tim, you are up first.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so yeah, I guess if we were on our way out and I was like collecting my stuff and I brought my staff as left it at coat check and then was able to kind of grab
Yeah.
oh, here's the ticket back and he was like, oh wait, what? And grab the staff back. Okay, so we'll see what little motes I can get. 4. All 4 of the little bells light on up.
Nice.
So, for these instruments, you said they're like a cluster? Or they're like a...
Yes, basically each little instrument here has the large size ring on it. It basically is a large-sized creature, but each instrument represents a small swarm of instruments that make up a large size.
So if we're targeting
Each
one...
section of the orchestra.
Right.
If we're targeting one, does that mean just targeting like one of the many in there, or we're targeting like
The swarm.
this swarm as a whole?
You're targeting the swarm as a
Okay.
whole.
Okay. Cool. Just clarifying that.
And we've got like the brass section, we've got woodwinds, we've got strings and horns,
Okay.
which I think is also brass section, but whatever.
Yeah.
No brass.
There's a lot of saxophones in this band.
Very jazzy.
Percussion.
Very jazzy. And the little automaton looks hostile
Yes,
now.
it does.
Okay.
Percussion.
Tem will go with logic of, go for the leader first, and is going to, just testing the waters, cast Gale Bolt at the little automaton to try and... how large is it? Is it large size, medium size, small?
Oh, the
little
automaton?
automaton, yeah.
He is a small.
Oh, okay. Well, that won't have... Oh, yeah. Actually, that's fine. So, he'll cast Gale Bolt at it, and in the record scratch silence of the instrument stopping, you then hear a large elephant trumpet in response as he'll cast Gale Bolt.
Hell yeah. Roll the hit.
It's gonna be a 22.
22 hits for sure.
That's gonna be 2d8 now. That is going to be 13 thunder damage, and it has to make a strength save.
That's funny. For this little guy. -2, so 9.
So it fails, and it gets pushed 10 feet back. Does it like fall into like a drum set or cymbals or something?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, yeah, okay,
It
cool.
goes
cool.
right into like
right.
the bass drum of a
Right,
set.
awesome.
Boom.
This is, I don't like this song, and Tem is going to make his way kind of over towards Harmony and Zakkai over here. So 5, 10, 15. These are crowds.
Yes.
Okay, so
any
he'll
of the
stand-
places marked with crowds are considered difficult terrain.
Okay, so he'll stand
double your-
just outside the crowd there, and that's his turn.
Alright. Zakkai, you're up next.
So this instrument is like coming after us right next to me.
Yeah, you kind of like see like darting through the crowds like a trumpet and a French horn, well, it's kind of like weaving around and seem to be like hitting people.
Whoa, hey! I'm gonna reach out into like my little snake sash, and then I pull out my like crushed bag of sand. I'm gonna reach my hand in, and then as I reach out and kind of like almost throw it and make like a claw, I'm gonna do my sand armor, and with it do a sand claw attack. As I just kind of cover myself in sand. And
It just kind of travels down your body and just, again, kind of makes an exoskeleton of dirt that suddenly just kind of flattens against you.
And then I got a 16.
16 hits.
Okay, awesome.
Anything else?
I'm just gonna yell at everyone, get back! And that's my turn.
You reach out and smack this like trumpet ear, and it kind of like twirls out of the way a little bit before kind of like righting itself as the animated symphony goes next. The animated symphony is going to use its hammer note ability as like the trumpet just like focuses up at you before just fully just spinning at you as if someone just threw an axe at you. And from one side, but it's also joined on 3 other sides by other instruments that kind of come flying at you.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 23 to hit.
Dang.
Yeah, that hits me.
That is 14 bludgeoning damage as these instruments kind of come smacking at you from all directions.
Oh wait, bludgeoning? I have resistance with my armor, so that'll be 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 7 bludgeoning damage.
Also, remember your AC is technically 1 higher right now.
I already adjusted
you have
it.
that.
Yeah, and it's also higher from my armor, but not high. Not high.
Not high enough. And because the swarm is still whole, you take an additional 4 thunder damage.
And since you started your turn within 10 feet of me, I'm gonna use my reaction to do swirling sands. Can you do a con save?
What is the
Hardy
constitution?
instruments. Good build
16.
quality.
Oh, I'm sure you succeeded. Yeah, 16 was the save.
Clog the spit valve.
What is? Well,
Is it kind of supposed
You
to
always
build
know
out?
this bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can find it. I just have to trust myself.
That was the brass section.
hurt.
Strings are gonna close the distance here. This one sees multiple targets, so it will use pulsating cacophony to do a cone of kind of sound out in front of it. Oh, actually no, that's a different ability. Pulsating cacophony is a roll to hit. So it's gonna choose Anara. Why not? That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Is this a weapon attack?
It is considered by the stat block. It is a ranged spell attack.
Okay. So I can't use like sucker punch to do a kind of
If it's also a ranged spell attack, would it be disadvantage if it's this close?
Oh, fair enough.
Got your back.
That's better than the first one.
what does it
Back's
do?
gonna beat up a
Bludgeoning,
lot.
piercing, or slashing damage as part of it?
No.
Okay, so I don't think I can do anything then. So when attacked, if you have at least one unarmed hand, you can use your reaction to add your strength or dex to your AC against the triggering attack.
Oh, okay.
So that's sucker punch. So that would make my AC 24
For 4.
Cheapers.
Nice.
for that attack only. And if it misses, I can make an unarmed strike.
In which case it would technically miss, yes. Because it is a single target,
So
ranged
the
spell attack.
unarmed strike is at -5.
7 AC on that? With your sword?
It would be 26.
Sorry, my bad. My math was wrong.
Only
if
26.
If I use it's a
Right.
reaction, so I can
Yeah.
do one against one attack.
Right.
Okay, so
Keep
unarmed
point
strike.
reaction.
So,
Awesome.
so unarmed strike, so just 1 plus 3. That would be a 12.
12 does not hit.
So the attack back misses again. But the attack was avoided. And that's my reaction for it.
The rest of the symphony will go. It's gonna come up over here to you, Tem. This one is going to use Concerto of the Luckless.
Oh.
As this sort of like little brass section starts like
Yeah, some fancy shit going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
swirling around you and playing a compelling piece, and kind of like as you hear the music come into your ears, make a charisma saving throw. For me.
Okay.
Congrats.
I am fine with that. Let's see. Charisma save. did not do me decent that time. That's a 10.
Alright.
But as a reaction, I am going to cast. What's it called here? I was just looking at it. Oros, Mark of Fate. If you fail a saving throw, you may choose to succeed instead, and then target a creature you can see within 30 feet to suffer the effects of your failed saving throw. You still suffer any effects of a successful saving throw, if any, if I succeeded and still had effects. The new target is entitled to its own saving throw, as if it were the original target of the attack, but with disadvantage.
Alright.
What's that called? It's called Oros, Mark of Fate. Fate. And it just says creature for target. Could I target the instruments, or are they creatures?
Yeah, it technically would be.
Actually,
was
is it
wondering
within
that,
30
actually.
feet? I don't know. I don't think he's within
Are they
30 feet
creatures,
anymore.
constructs, or targets? Yeah.
20, 25.
This one is.
Yeah, so I'll.
And that one.
Yeah, I guess I just saw these ones take a swing at Anara, so I'll toss it over to the strings.
They will make a charisma save.
How charismatic are these instruments?
Quite.
Played some pretty nice music.
They are music.
They succeed.
Okay.
Their charisma score is quite high.
But then I don't believe anything happens to me.
No, it does not.
Nice.
Because even if you succeed, there is no negative side effect.
Nice.
Awesome
So,
spell.
that is it for horn section. Woodwinds are gonna
Not the woodwinds.
actually try the same thing on you, Harmony. Concerto of the Luckless. Make a charisma saving throw for me, please.
Well, this die
As
is
the instruments sort of like swirl around you, playing like these same notes over and over again.
19.
19. That just succeeds.
Wow. Okay.
There's a moment where that kind of like the repetitive notes that they're playing, spinning around you over and over again. For a moment there, you kind of like want to just swat one out of the air and sort of like turn. And for a second, you raise your hand to swat it, but you're aiming at Zakkai, and you're able to kind of like stop yourself.
I was like in the middle of like casting a spell and then realized that I was like about to hit you. I was like,
You good?
no, I'm just. Yeah.
Okay.
You
Look
succeed.
out!
Look at
That's all the symphony. So next is the Clockwork Conductor, who kind of rights himself and just slowly kind of marches back out here. So he's gonna move here instead to get both of those, and he sort of like starts moving his little baton faster as those two swarms of instruments start to move and play faster. All he's gonna do on his turn. That brings us to Basil with Anara on deck.
As
It just attacked me. It's an instrument. Hit it.
I'll show you. I'll give him the kicks. I will run up and approach it, and I will give my. I will activate Herringon Hop and then go back 15 feet. But as a new feat, I now have Fluffy Feet. So every time I use my Herringon Hop, I can make a bonus action unarmed strike with my feet now.
Yeah.
Learning my kicks from Anara.
Hell yeah.
Feet
That's
for,
awesome.
feet for the
That's
feet.
right.
Nice.
Feet.
Couple of
Fluffy
unarmed
feet.
wizards here.
Oh.
So that one.
No.
So I go to try to run up, and I like land with my.
Just kick me.
I land with my one foot, and then I try to like ream up and hit with my like somersault up and backflip with my bad leg, and then I just totally like just some like
The
Charlie
ballroom
Brown
floor is much
kick.
slipperier than you thought it
Yeah.
was.
I Charlie Brown kick, fall on my on the floor, and then as I'm like on the ground, like I'll like start like that's not how it's supposed to work. And then from the ground, I'll just shoot two Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
As then it will just project me like closer to.
Perhaps you should get your sword from
I'm
Sledgehammer.
on it! As I'm sliding across the dance floor, two Eldritch Blast beams projecting me closer and closer.
Yes.
For a 19 and a 18.
Both hit.
These damages now. 1 for 5, and then the other one for 7.
Okay.
As those are sliding me across, and then I'll just kind of end up. Sledgehog! Sword me!
Anything else you're doing, Basil?
No, I'm hoping from there Sledgehog will just kind of like pull out the sword and you'll just pop
R2-D2?
up R2-D2 style, and I'm just gonna wait on my turn until it catches it, essentially.
Anara, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to unarmed strike on this swarm.
You see a few violins and one big cello swarming at you.
Gonna kick it right in the violin. And that is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Taking notes while on the ground.
10 points of bludgeoning damage. And then I hit my second attack.
Mm.
Level 5, baby!
Hell yeah.
That is not a good roll, though. 11 is the
Does not.
this one. Yeah. Okay, and
You go to
then,
hit that second time, and the violin just gets slapped out of the way.
and I'm going to use Step of the Wind. I'm not going to expend a focus point, but I'm going to disengage, which under the new monk rules I don't have to use a focus point, and also dart over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to head towards Sledgehog to pick up my sword.
Hi!
Say, oh, Sledge! Basil's here already. I need the sword too.
kicks.
I need the sword too. I think the violins are coming. There's about 1,000 of them.
We'll cut the strings together.
Anything else, Anara?
That's everything. Attacks, bonus action, and action and movement.
Next up from across the bottom, you hear like, "You guys aren't gonna leave me out of the fun. Consider this my audition." As Riz kind of jumps in.
Help! You know, was it last?
Nora's asking for help.
No, she just thinks Riz is kind of cool.
Okay.
You got history.
Riz kind of like runs across the ballroom, unsheaths his Razorwind longsword, and goes to make a strike at that group right there. Okay. He's a warlock. Of course, he doesn't have any bones. Oh, pretty familiar. All right. That's gonna be Riz's move. Nik-Nak, you're up with Harmony on deck.
Okay, as Basil comes careening into where I'm sitting, Nik-Nak will like nudge Sledgehog and go, "Big bunny," and a tube will come kind of out from like the carapace back of him, and I'll grab it, and I will start blowing into it, and his eyes will like shift over to Basil, and I will cast Enlarge as I blow the magic into it.
Are you just like inhaling me?
Yeah,
like Bugs Bunny
basically.
style?
So you're a size bigger. Your attacks have an additional 1d4 damage, and I think you have like advantage on strength saves and stuff like that. And then for
Oh, no, wait, where is Basil? Oh, it's over there.
and then
Not actually on the ground.
Carry across the floor.
and then for Sledgehog's turn, can I have him use his action to try and like shunt the like sword out? Yeah. He's like, Sledge, get Basil his stuff.
Just sword. So like basically uses action to like turn around and the back of him kind of like garage door opens up. So and like a trove of weaponry, just a bunch of like handles and blades are sticking out of the back.
That's yours.
Anything else?
Let's see. That was his action. Let's see. Let's see. How far can he go? Not that far. He's just gonna get on this side of the table, and I will 5, 10, 15, 20.
Careful!
Let's go! Let's go! And yeah, I'll just reposition myself, and that'll be good.
After Nik-Nak, the Animated Symphony will use one of its legendary actions to do Orchestral Flourish. Oh wait, no, sorry. Yes, Orchestral Flourish. Each kind of like, they're all in the middle of their own little thing, all these little swarms, before they suddenly all kind of like stop, sync up, and do that sort of that THX like sound.
So pleasing.
That kind of like echoes, and kind of like all the, you see all like the table starts to like vibrate, and all the glasses and silverware that Nik-Nak has not stolen kind of like shakes on the table.
Yet.
A couple like windows crack and glasses
That would have
explode.
been really loud.
Everyone please make a Constitution saving throw from
Oh, jeez.
Balls. Well, that's a 4 for me, so.
Yeah.
Oh, nat 20.
Hey.
Nat 20.
Another nat 20.
Oh.
12.
First and 11.
5.
Anyone who did not roll a 19 takes 11 thunder damage
Oh my gosh.
as the sound just kind of like explodes out from all these instruments, and kind of like you see that a lot of like the normal citizens, the people that aren't students, either some of the staff members, parents, guests, are immediately like kind of like knocked off their feet, and people are like clutching their ears as people try to like scramble to get out. There are other students that seem to be eager to participate. None of them are quite jumping in just yet.
Oh, now I'm
Pull
getting
my
amped
top.
up with all of this thunder.
Pull my top hat down over my ear holes.
Harmony, that brings us to you.
Did it seem like their like big crescendo attack that the automaton conductor was like leading that? You know what I mean? Like, does it seem like they need the instruction or anything? Like, basically, maybe just like inciting the automaton to be like, should we take out the conductor first? Because that'll like hurt the instruments.
Give me an Arcana check real quick.
Dang. 11.
11? Oh, okay. At the very least, you're able to kind of, you're not quite sure if they're following its orders or not. The swarms seem to be acting kind of independent, but you do notice that the swarms closest to the little conductor seem to be moving faster and doing a bit more damage.
Okay, now that. Okay.
As the conductor's kind of releasing a
Each-
monotone, like,
Yeah. Each one is 10 feet wide, technically? Is
Yes.
it? Okay. Alright, in that case, I was like mid, kind of little bells are tinkling and stuff. Sorry, Zakkai, but I don't have my usual instruments with me. I'm just kind of like clanking bracelets around and trying to like flick little bells on my bracelet and like make kind of like craft like magic out of that. And I will, at least in the kind of what immediately is near me. Oh, it's an action. Okay. I'll cast Orb of Delirium on. I mean, the conductor is one of the most important parts that keeps everyone on key and on track. So I'll cast it at the automaton, and I'll make it an intelligence save for necrotic damage.
oh, alright. Intelligence save?
Mm-hmm.
-1, so 15.
Damn it. It is 15 to save.
Is there any effect even though it does save?
Half as much on a successful one. Okay. So I'll still see what it is. Oh, that's not bad. So that's 9 necrotic, so 4. And I wanted to make sure that it still seemed like it did the amount of damage that I would expect it to do, given the iffy strength of my spell casting, since I don't have since I'm using a little bracelet.
You're improvising.
Yeah.
From the looks of him, he sort of like instantly starts to get out on the joints, like rust and kind of corrosion that the necrotic kind of like has an effect on an automaton. But you do see it does the damage you expected it to.
Okay. And then I'll just move. It's just a little crowded in here. And then come up to Riz and just kind of tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, come on, do your thing. And cast Lucky Strike on him. So for the next round, he crits on 17 through 20.
Nice. Amazing. Anything else you're doing, Harmony?
Could I take a look up just to see where Professor Veyron is?
You do not see her.
All right. Was she running out? That's what was the last thing we saw, right? Was her run? Shit.
She said this as a distraction. It worked.
Oh,
She did this.
Top of the round. The lair action, even though it's not anybody's lair, the crowds start moving.
ah, dang.
As they all start heading towards
Dang
the
crowds.
exit. And that one will also move towards the exit. Top of the round, Tim.
Okay.
So the people like just kind of like
Scrambling.
Yeah. As we're trying to like getting away from. Got it. Okay.
If I can kind of move and not leave its area of attack to kind of get more central, like
sure.
right here, just no attack of opportunities in the middle of these guys now, because this is that's within 15. Tem kind of as all the crowds are running by, he's like, get to the exit, go, everyone get out. We don't worry, the second law is here. And Tim will
We have name tags.
Branding. It's all about branding.
kind of like with he's feeling pretty good. Project Runway 6 outfits.
Absolutely.
And
It's a gorgeous fight.
yeah.
Swirling skirts.
So, riding off that high, Tem is really channeling the spirit of Enya and casts Spirit Guardians.
Get 'em.
So within a 15-foot radius, which should be, I don't know if this guy is within 15 or not. I can't really. It's hard to see the. It's hard to find.
15.
Yeah, sorry.
He might be just on the cusp, who knows?
I would say he's in.
Okay, cool, great. So then, they all need to make Wisdom saving throws.
Is this always like at the start? The spirit
Oh, wait, yeah,
guardians,
let me
or-
see.
It's
It
the
says-
beginning of their turn.
It says when a creature enters or ends its turn there. So does that count on the casting?
Yeah,
It's your turn,
That's always
yeah.
the hard part. We figured out.
Yeah, I think it's.
Well, there's usually
Because they're supposed to be flying
there's
around,
usually when it starts its turn there. Or
Yeah. It'll be at the top of their turn, but
Top
that's
of their
even
turn,
before
okay.
they move. It will.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, whenever a creature enters or and it says I can I'll just exclude all the second law and all of the accoutrement of normal folks in here, just focused on the
This
orchestra.
is the first time we're seeing it. What do the
Yeah.
spirit guardians
Yeah.
of Tem Boaz look like?
So I'd say it's probably, if anyone has ever seen like this is gonna sound weird, like an old-fashioned like corn husk doll, but like like a little fabric doll, something that would be like a child's toy, someone who raised in a rural area. This something that is made out of fabric that has meant a lot to a person that has
But they're very creepy.
They can be a little creepy. Some would say endearing. Some would say creepy. It's all
It's a
up
fine
to
line.
it's
Yeah.
up
It's a
to
fine
one's
line.
perception there. But yeah, and they're
We have those in my dinner.
they've got like almost like a spectralness to them with like
The
the
twisted
fabric
stitch.
around it kind of like fraying as they like float around basically. Yeah, maybe some creepy eyes stitched in on that too.
I don't
Button
see creepy
eyes.
as a bad thing.
No. Yeah, so that's was one of these 15 feet? Is this one
I
15
think
feet?
this one is.
No, it's a radius.
It's within 15 feet.
Yeah, it says a 15 foot.
That
Radius?
One, that one.
Yeah.
This is
Probably.
20.
Because it would
This
measure
is a
out
50
from
foot.
you.
Okay, cool, great.
It
So
measures
then-
out from you, right?
Yeah.
It's
We
like
don't
a
have to
ring
put it
around
down,
you.
but we can use that as the measurement.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stay there, and yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
Oh, can I have a concentration ring just so I don't
Yes,
forget to?
absolutely.
Oh, me too, actually. For enlarge.
My,
you're huge.
I'm just a little bit taller than you are.
concentration.
Yes.
My lucky strike is concentration 2, technically.
Oh,
It's only one round. Well, I'll
See, I
forget.
guess what size would it be?
You increase in what?
Yeah.
Are you medium normally?
I'll forget
I guess I'm
all
like
about it.
smallish. I'm 3'6".
You're normal, so then you would be medium now.
Okay.
But your weight is 8 times whatever.
Oh yeah.
Big bunny.
There was a fat rabbit I used to help out at a rabbit rescue, and it was like his name was Romeo, and he was like this, just like
boy.
fat
Oh.
spilling over.
Hopefully we can get him as a
Love it.
guest star.
Yeah.
Before your move, Zakkai, the animated symphony is going to use one of its legendary actions. It's going to try Concerto of the Luckless. It will use. Yeah, it's going to go after you, Zakkai. So why not? The kind of like instruments around you start swirling around, playing that same kind of like monotone note over and over again. Make a charisma saving throw for me, please.
Okay.
So charming.
Oh. 21.
Hey.
Yeah, you succeed.
Nice. Yes.
Legendary action gone.
Can
Zakkai,
you
you're
also, as my reaction, since you started your turn? Oh wait, we didn't come back around yet. Never mind. So just now my turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna kind of dance around to the side as I like avoided the attack, and then I'm gonna cast Rock Slide as I pick like this point over here and just directly through them. I'm gonna like rock surf my way through, and then they each have to do dex saves.
That's two
crowd
of them.
surf your way through.
Yes, this one and the
Conductor.
conductor.
Conductor got a 6.
That's a failure.
The symphony. Dex save?
Yes,
19.
that succeeds.
Dexterous instruments.
Sorry, so it was the instrument that succeeded.
Yes.
Okay.
The conductor failed.
So maybe I like dodged around it or like whatever, and then I really aim for the conductor to, and I barrel through, and then it does a D10 bludgeoning. All right, 2. I'm gonna go ahead and use my extra damage, so that's 3. That's 5 total. And then as I kind of land, I want to land in like kind of like a side flip, and then as my body's coming up, I'm doing like an uppercut as I do another sand claw at the conductor.
All right.
And it has reach, so I can do it from 10 feet away.
Yes, you can. It's strange to see Zakkai do his Sandclaw reach from 10 feet away because his armor just kind of stretches off his body, so it looks like his hand just gets bigger and more sandy and clawy just before coming back.
That is a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And so that will be
This
D8.
little guy is getting put through the ringer.
Jeez, rolling like garbage. That's a 6 damage.
6 damage.
Slow and steady.
He's looking rough.
That was a 1 on my D8.
It's good bonus action now.
Yeah. So. Yep. I land in a really cool pose, and then I stand up and go, "Did anyone see that?" That's my turn.
My head's above the ground. Looked cool.
What the? Yeah, you look over and it seems slightly bigger.
What happened, buddy?
Double thumbs.
Anything else, Zakkai?
Nope, that'll be it.
Symphony's turn.
Okay, so now at the start of their turn.
Yes,
they're
now at the
gonna
start of the turn.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Wisdom saves. 9.
Okay, that fails.
And their movement is slow too, is that right?
Yeah,
Split with
movement's
rain?
half. Yeah.
Nice.
13.
13 fails.
Is it? Yeah, all 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
4.
They all fail.
Nice.
So that's gonna be
Good.
3d8 radiant or necrotic, just radiant. Fine. You want me to roll it?
Yeah.
No, great. Okay, so yep, 3d8. That is 17 radiant damage.
As these little like kind of cloth dolls that are spectral just whip around you through the air and just sort of you see like little threads tangle in and get like mixed up with like the strings of the cello and then like clog the little what do you call it, the pipes something whatever the things in the plungers on the trumpet.
Keys.
The hammers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
The valve or something.
All you
If you have a music
I don't
degree,
remember.
Correct us in the
please let
comments.
us know.
Correct
Yes.
us in the
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah.
Please, it's our favorite thing.
So you take that damage. And the movement is half those
Half.
3?
Yep.
Okay. These 2 are gonna move here. That one does not move, but they join next to each other because that's what they have to do. To use 4 winds cannon.
Mm-hmm. He's getting things.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez.
That's a cone.
Oh!
That's a 30 for cone.
Nope, it's a 90 or
How
60
dare
foot cone.
Music
Oh.
betray me.
No, they're gonna aim it this way because that hits more people. Could I get Tem, Harmony, and Riz will all have to make strength saving.
Oh boy.
4 winds cannon.
We're strongest people.
Let's see, Riz's strength fails.
Oh, Riz.
Come on, Riz.
It's a 19 for me.
19 succeeds.
I think I'm 1 off. 18.
18 fails.
Wow.
I rolled a 19. I have a 0 modifier.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a 0 modifier
Good
too.
roll,
I rolled
good
18.
Good rolls.
It's rough.
On a failure, you are pushed
Get there.
30 feet
Oh!
Oi!
that direction.
Flying elephant.
About a little bit further than that, 2 spaces that way.
Here?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Brutal.
there's also damage. That is 13 thunder damage. Okay. And 6 damage to you, Harmony.
I'm gonna roll the con save for Spirit Guardians too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Cool. It's just a 10.
That fails, so they go bye bye.
Mm.
So you just like completely doesn't like knocked off your feet, and the just the blast of the airs and the sound is too much for you, and the kind of dolls just fizzle out. of
My
existence.
butterfly mask starts like flapping in the wind as I get like thrown all the way back.
Does your spell end anyway, Harmony? So you don't have to worry about concentration?
It lasts for a 1 full round, so it would
And when it
La-
comes to you.
it would end
You
at
need to
my
make it-
turn.
you
Yeah.
need to make it It's only against
That's
10.
10.
That's only,
That's yeah.
it's only 6
That's an action. Well, I it was
Tens.
con save, not
That's all
mine.
you needed.
Necessarily.
That was those 2. These strings are gonna go over to Nik-Nak and try hammer note as the Nik-Nak. You just see this like cello kind of like moving as rapid space towards you, trying to slam into you. For a 17 to hit.
Yes.
Alright. The horn section there is going to try hammer note on you, Harmony. 21 to hit.
I will cast shield.
Kind of like raise your hand. That
I touch my
shiny,
new
yeah.
pin. I'm like, no.
And magical barrier pops up and any damage there.
Was that a melee attack by any chance?
It was melee weapon attack. Hammer note.
Never mind. Sorry.
Next up is the conductor, who is hanging on by a wire. Kind of like sputters a little bit and just takes one little step towards you, Zakkai.
Mistake.
And it will use its conductive baton, which is hilarious that it's one attack. For a 12 to hit.
Fails. I step back.
Yep.
He's malfunctioning.
Got it. That's all it can do.
One question.
Yes.
Rereading and realize it doesn't matter if it for Hellish Rebuke. I thought maybe it had to be an attack roll, but it just says any creature that damaged me. It was those two together that did the.
Yes.
Can I reaction Hellish Rebuke?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Absolutely.
The closer one, the horn.
It's
just
a
like-
save from them.
Excuse me, I'm a bard. It's a dex save.
4. They roll very low.
Fails. Okay, so that's 2d10 fire damage. 13 fire damage.
Alright. At the end of the conductor's turn, the animated symphony will take another legendary action to do another orchestral flourish as it all tunes itself. Everyone, please make another Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Not too hard. Saves.
21.
It increases. Oh, is it 3d10?
Yep.
I have to cast it as.
Plug my ears in.
They're too big. They catch all this.
Yeah. They're even bigger now.
They're even bigger now.
Oh, it's 3d10.
Oh, one more 10? Or one more?
Yeah. 7 more.
7 more.
Nice.
Sorry, I get confused because it makes me cast it.
I think you
For a
have...
tiefling thing, I cast it at 2nd level,
Oh,
and
gotcha,
that's
gotcha.
3d10.
And it's your
'Cause
reaction, right?
Because it's a 1st level spell. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So, for those Constitution saving throws, if you rolled below a 19, you fail.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yup.
In which case, those that roll below 19 suffer. 12 thunder damage. Whereas the sound kind of like wraps and it hits you all.
I'm not looking at those things.
Oh wait, and Riz also takes.
Oh, hold on one sec. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you gotta
Do we
concentrate.
take
Well, I also didn't roll for
damage
Sledgehog.
for a successful save?
No, you do not take damage on this.
Jesus. Oh, cool.
Oh wait, sorry. Yes, you do. You take half the damage.
Damn.
It was 12 total or 11, you said?
It was 12, so 6.
And another con save for
Sledgehog failed too.
concentration.
Oh, and then yeah, concentration.
With that wave of music, my sand
Oh,
armor
thank God. Okay.
falls off of me.
11 concentration.
You're still big.
Yes.
So, otherwise, all concentrations kind of held.
So if Riz can actually attack somebody.
Let's go. Turns. Basil, you're up with Anara on deck.
Out of my way, everyone! And I'll try to just stampede through here, and then just make my way through the strings, and just kind of like try to almost like pull my sword around it, just cut the strings.
Hell yeah! Roll to hit.
Oh my God, like slice the
Yup.
neck. And it is the neck of the.
It is.
Yup.
Nice.
Oh, that's a big old hit with a 25.
Definitely hit.
I will make this a booming
bunny.
blade, so I will be like, as I have the electricity from the recent symphony sound, I'm just gonna like slice into it and be like, did I hit it? And then I'll just see the boom explosion afterwards of the booming blade. So that will do 3, 6, 8
Plus a D4.
plus a D4.
Because you are a bigot.
Nice. I'm gonna re-roll this one. So that is 10, 16 damage total.
16.
Oh, sorry. 20 damage total.
Yeah.
Forgot my +4.
Big bunny.
The strings all clatter and fall to the ice. That's all the other violins and stuff.
I just
fall into
sliced the
pieces of
neck in half, yeah.
Wooden strings. Anything else to Basil?
Then I will then bonus action, or I guess, how much movement? That was probably all my movement to clear
Yeah,
out of that.
probably.
Yeah, so that'd be it.
Awesome. Before Anara, the symphony will make another legendary action. Which one shall? The one next to Harmony is going to. He's gonna try Concerto of the Luckless again. It plays this kind of like just compelling, pitiful kind of song. Make a charisma saving throw for me.
Okay. My dress is looking tattered. Okay. Dirty 20.
Third one, you succeed.
Yes.
Can I make a mini retcon for
Yes.
my bonus action?
Yes.
I'm gonna point my blade over to the brass section and says, "Your brass is ass," and I will cast hex on one of them.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That was a good one.
Which one?
Yeah, I do. And then I'll give it disadvantage on Dex. Yeah. Survey says Dex.
Amazing. That brings us to Anara. You're up with Riz on deck.
Okay, so this is difficult terrain. Can I?
Yes.
Because Sledgeham's right there. Do I need to take a whole action to grab my sword, or can I just?
No,
grab my
especially
sword?
because Sledge specifically used an action to make himself
Yeah.
accessible.
So-
So
Yeah.
free action.
Pull out the long sword, and this is difficult terrain, right? So
Yes.
10, 20.
Monks.
And I will.
Jumping over people's shoulders.
And I'm flanking because I'm like right opposite.
As a swarm, they are immune to
Immune to
flanking.
flanking. All right. So I will make a long sword attack with my first attack.
Our go-to
Say,
tactic.
Harmony, I'm here. I'm helping.
Makes sense.
That is a.
For once, destroy the instruments.
I know it's not what you'd normally want, but.
Oh, was I
they're
not supposed to
good.
do that?
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 definitely hits.
Plus 9, yes. So. Okay, that's not good. 8 points of slashing damage. Second attack will be an unarmed strike.
Mm-hmm.
That is a dirty 20.
Hits.
Hit. For 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Get
Those
up.
horns clatter to the ground.
God.
Couldn't
Just pooping the tuba.
Oh no.
Nik-Nak. So, okay, so so that's. I think that's everything I can do. I guess I will just. I'll step of the wind, take the dodge action. Do I need to? I don't think I need to use a focus point for that. Let me just check, because I think I don't need to do twice. So
Cool.
Check. Step in the ring. Patient defense. Disengage action as a bonus action. Or expend one post to make both disengage and dodge. Okay, I will. I'll use a focus point and take patient defense.
Gotcha. Alright. Riz is up.
I have my reaction back.
Nice. He is going to kind of like just look at the blade that he has in his hands, and then looks up and see that Anara has.
Can I just ask? Was that the woodwind?
The ones that
destroyed.
it was horns.
Okay. Where's the woodwind?
The
Saxophone?
saxophone.
A dex.
Riz kind of like looks at his own blade and looks up and see that Anara has hers, and just like slowly puts it in.
It's okay, you can do it.
Cracks his knuckle. He's like, it's okay. Like I said, sometimes the air mightier than the sword. Whatever clever thing I said. And he unleashes Eldritch Blast at the horns over here.
You're attacking with hot air?
He's full of it.
I was gonna say that. First misses. Second is a crit. Thanks to his.
Yeah. I was like waiting. I was like, why did he roll? Because it's mine. It's still mine next turn because it's a one full round.
Right on.
Because he did roll a 17.
And there's a little glittery pink that like swirls around his Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
Best friend crit.
Yes.
Thanks, Harmony. Throws.
I'm always here to help.
That does. Ooh, max damage.
Wow.
Roll a 10 on it.
Oh yeah.
So. And one of his warlock things, repelling blast. He's just gonna send the horns just flying backwards away from him, because he can make his Eldritch Blast push people 10 feet away.
Nice.
Doesn't have anything else he can do. Nik-Nak, you are up with Harmony on deck.
Okay. Imagine, despite the fact that it's an enemy, Nik-Nak probably wouldn't take aim at the automaton, especially if that hasn't hit him yet. So he will do 2 shots, one on each of these.
All right.
All right, let's see. It's cocked. Okay, so one is a dirty 20, and
Hits.
one is a 19.
Both hit.
Sweet. Okay, let's see. What are...
So these shots come like sailing over.
Yeah, like
shoulders.
one
Yeah.
on each side. Yeah.
Knack!
Don't worry, my
It's
aim has
always
gotten
a
better.
little close,
It's always a little
especially because Nik-Nak has actively shot Tem
He
before.
shot
Yes.
Tam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I saw that.
A
His
little
shots
concerning.
sometimes
A
heal
little-
you.
A little concerning.
To this day, every
Oh, wow.
time Nik-Nak shoots, Tem flinches
A little
just a little
flinch, yeah,
bit.
just a little.
It's not. Hold on. Yeah, no. Why can't I add 8 points of damage to each of them?
All right.
And then Sledgehog will dash. So is it 10? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 10.
25. I mean, he can move up to 80 feet, so that would be probably enough to get up to Zakkai. And yeah, I mean, since he's still open, would Zakkai's like sickles or something at least be kind of like hanging out?
Yeah.
Cool. So.
Because he's kind of ready.
Delivery.
You said it's an action for us to take our weapons back out?
No, this is free.
Not anymore, only because Sledge is using his action to like keep himself open and bright.
Oh, okay.
So you can, if you're so long as you're within 5 feet, you can use a free action to take your.
Yeah, he's not doing anything else except passing shit out.
Attaboy.
Delivery hog.
Anything else, Nik-Nak?
I don't have any more actions to try and swipe anything from the running people, so.
All right.
Gotta find these. I have 2 of these.
Before Harmony goes, last legendary action for the symphony. You know I'm gonna say it. Everything kind of tunes up. Constitution saving throws.
This is devastating.
Yeah,
If
I can go down from this.
Same.
Failed.
Come on, bitch.
Roll below a 19. You fail.
Fail.
More damage.
16.
Finally got it.
Nope.
20.
Come
Well,
on, roll low damage.
I failed.
Yeah, me and Sledgehog failed.
I failed.
I see it coming and finally cover my big ears.
that is 14 thunder damage.
Whoa.
To everyone that failed, 7 to those that succeeded.
I'm down.
Oh no!
I'm down.
Oh no!
Crap.
As that kind of like
I didn't have
blast
a
of air.
chance to drink a potion yet because I'm like.
Yeah, I was
fucking
gonna
fucking
cast
laugh.
healing word. That was
Yeah.
You said it was
that
14?
Yes, 14 points of
Jeez.
thunder damage.
You okay? You succeeded?
No, I
Oh, you
failed.
took that. Yeah, I
I'm
took
still
that
up,
too. I'm
but
still up too, but I'm on a quarter hit
Right.
points. I've been hit every time by these things.
Yeah.
What do I have to keep concentrating?
It's half the damage.
Half the damage,
or
so
10,
7 or 10 or higher.
10 or higher.
Still big.
I'm thinking of Curse the Were-Rabbit, where Wallace turns into the giant rabbit creature.
Yes.
That's what I'm picturing.
Frothing.
Just in time to roll a death save.
Harmony, please roll a death save for me.
no.
Stop. It is a 5.
5. That is 1 failure.
No.
We can't die to
Hoisted
instruments.
by my own.
The rhythm has
The
got you.
betrayal.
Don't go to school, kids.
I'm about to change classes.
Oh, you're just doing this to me.
That circle moves that way. Top of the round, Tem, if you could roll a death saving throw for me, please.
That's also a 5.
5. That is 1 failure.
Okay, we need to do
It's not the great duet, guys.
Not the scholars.
Right. The 2 scholars with healing word. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
Holy
say.
shit.
I don't have
Does anyone
any-
have healing potions left?
I have one on me.
I have a maybe healing potion.
I also have one on me as well, too.
Yeah.
We've
My pockets.
Yeah.
I've got a
But
potion
I've
that's
had
like
it for a
50-50
while.
shot
yeah.
being poison or healing potion.
I've had it for a while, and I feel like
Just
we've
need to
gone
do it.
over
Who
who's
has
holding
it,
them. Like
yeah.
people know I have one in my
Yeah,
hand.
I've got one, too. So.
I got you.
Zakkai,
Alright,
you're up.
Great. I'll grab my chakrams, pop over to this side. I'm going to do another rock slide as with the same like pile of stones. I'm gonna kind of like surf my way to the other side and then like burst myself forward. He has to do another dex save.
The little tauntaun guy?
Yeah, the little Tom guy.
That's cool. Minus. That is an 11.
Fails. Okay, so that is a D10. 10.
Nice.
I'm gonna add my +3 damage to that, so it's be 13 total.
Zakkai, show us how it's done against this.
Yeah.
Get him.
So as I kind of like drift with the stone to the other side of him, I'm gonna throw my hands down as I just send the rock forward. It just obliterates him. He showers into pieces, fragments, as I like.
Just little gears and cogs and springs is all laying in a
Nik-Nak's
shower.
Yeah.
No.
I can rebuild him.
Parts of the bag.
As I come down, I'm gonna stone skip for a second, and then stop right next to Harmony. Harmony. And then that
She's in a very
Like this.
dramatic moment.
In her beautiful dress. Yeah.
so that was my bonus. So with my action, I'm gonna kneel down. I'm gonna hold her in my arm with her head right here. I'm gonna grab
so limp.
her potion, and I'm gonna pour it into her mouth.
Awesome. And that was the bonus action you used to do the
Was
rock-
for rock slide.
And you're doing spending the whole action to do it?
Yeah,
So
to
you
give her
will
full
get
health.
max healing for the potion.
Oh.
Harmony, your eyes kind of flutter open. You get a little sand in your face.
Are you okay?
You saved me.
All in a day's work. Come on, we've got some instruments to
There's
fight.
still instruments.
And to stand up, I'm like,
I lift her.
woo!
At the ball of all places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very Bridgerton.
in a sweeping like.
I would say, and then I'm a little unsteady, and you catch me around the waist.
Watch out! Don't need you going down again.
Tem groans from the background.
Oh, Tem! Someone check on
A
Tem!
lot of different pain. Oh,
Tim.
Anything else, Zakkai?
No, that's my go.
So it is the
How do
animated
I-
symphony. There you're up. The hex one is gonna try to close the distance here and do a hammer note against you, Zakkai. 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Silvery barbs.
yes.
The drama.
Oh, don't ruin this moment!
That instead becomes a 17 to hit.
That still hits.
Ah.
sorry.
Well,
But you get to gift someone advantage on something.
That's true. Hammer note's pretty good.
It's not all for naught.
who's like the next-ish person to go?
You?
12 bludgeoning damage to
Ten
his
down.
But because they're
10.
at less than half hit points, they don't get to add the thunder damage.
Hmm.
I'm
Good.
keep
They've lost their acoustics because they're too damaged.
Oh,
That's
they're
great.
dented.
Once they take a certain amount of damage, they lose certain things.
Oh, that's so funny.
That is cool.
Clockwork Conductor is dead. That brings us to Basil.
Out of my way. As I imagine my Scarf the Fleetwood has actually come down to my what am I thinking? Kilt thing. So as it's supposed to ever move in the wind, I'm gonna have a Marilyn Monroe moment where it pops up and, and then I just step out
Cottontail and
10 and 5, and then with my bonus total 60 movement, I will close the speed up to here. Just don't hurt my friends, and I just try to like cleave up and just giant baseball bat swing.
What remains of the crowd are just like watching an oversized rabbit with a even oversized pair of scissors. Just
Go! I'm gonna use Channel Divinity and add some chaos to it and give me
Yes.
a potential advantage
ooh, yeah.
on that. As then like an eye will come from the little screw and just like look around. The green eye will just like look to that thing, and then I'll slowly redirect my hit maybe towards it. Ooh, for the same for 12.
Well, does not hit, unfortunately.
Tricky little thing. And I just miss, and just like a giant puff of smoke, and then I just miss it by like a whole foot.
Yeah, they're gonna use one of their legendary actions. Yeah.
Oh my god.
They can still do
Oh
it.
my
They only got
god.
so many things. Constitution saving throws all around.
Nat 20!
Oh.
Thank God, otherwise I was going down.
Oh boy. 9.
Both of you failed.
I might still go down depending on the damage.
Oh!
Yeah.
I gave myself advantage.
You
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
not gonna do anything.
I don't know. Go.
Yeah, you don't know.
8. Yes!
Yeah.
Not on my graduation day!
Those that roll
Wow.
below a 19 take 11 points of thunder damage. Those that succeeded take
What a knock
5
down
points
again.
of thunder damage.
So
Nik-Nak and Sledgehog are down.
Oof.
So you're not big anymore.
Deflating.
You Super Mario kind of down to your normal size.
My friends!
Pow! Just a ton of blood just coughs up. Okay.
Anara, you're up.
Okay. I'll
Oh
close.
shit, I forgot to do Riz's Constitution. He fails. Riz is also down.
Oof.
Oh my gosh.
What if
Wait, who's up?
Me.
Or there's a few of us, but
okay.
there's a lot of decimals going.
It's fine. It's fine.
Actually, someone put 2. Okay. So I close with this one. I will unarmed strike. It's a 24.
That hits.
So with my unarmed strike, I can push them 5 feet instead of doing damage. Or can this be knocked prone?
Oh, yeah.
So with the
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Oh, it can be swords.
They are
not prone.
immune to the prone condition.
Okay,
Yeah.
in that case, and are they immune to being pushed?
No.
I'm just gonna do the damage. That is 12 points of bludgeoning damage. Second attack. Nat 20.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And reroll that one. So that's 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
No. Woodwinds
Big
are gone.
I have 30 feet of movement left.
go get him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I will bonus action flurry those 2 unarmed strikes. Coming for you! That's 14.
14 does not hit.
And then the second. Nat 20.
Yeah.
Don't make her mad.
I'm
Anara.
very mad! You knocked my friends down! I'll probably keep it 10. 15 points of bludgeoning damage to that one.
Show us how it's done.
Ugh.
Is this, which one is this?
It's just a series of like
Is that the
trumpets.
woodwind?
It's got a mixture of instruments. It's got like a trumpet. It's got
Full of hot air! And now we're deflated! Kick it
Just-
twice, and it goes down.
just whacking the instruments away, and as they kind of like clatter to the ground.
And then I kind of turn around and go, wait. Everybody fell down! Come on! Get Tem! Help people!
Tem. I'll grab Tem's potion. Yeah. I scoop him up into my arm.
You try to, and it's an elephant person. So you're like, just kind of yanked by the ears.
Blow into his
You
nose.
like flop my trunk over your shoulder to get access to my mouth.
All right, there we go.
I bat open my long elephant eyelashes as I'm staring up into your face.
Are you okay?
I am now.
It's the mirror, same exact situation that just happened.
Just
But
glittering.
I'm
I-
gonna go and help stabilize Riz.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Nik-Nak
So scoop Riz up.
Yeah.
You scoop Riz up.
Does he have the healing potion? Or maybe, how many can you? I don't know how to do this.
I mean, if he doesn't, so
So like everyone else has had a healing
once
potion.
the
on them. What's
instruments
going
are
on?
down,
I got it. Don't worry. Let me take care of
Can you do
Riz.
this? Okay.
I'm gonna
I'll
start
just like
running.
shock Nik-Nak up, and then I'll just go over Riz,
I got him.
and I'll just lay on hands here
Oh,
and just
God!
thunder him.
He immediately
And he
just
would
like
just
an
come
adrenaline shot.
thunder clouds in his.
I would say his like already tangle of like little kind of like little dread twists have little kind of like sparks go between him, and he kind of like, whoa, that's got a kick to it. Oh,
Anara knows about the kicks.
I'll help him up.
he kind of like takes your hand and gets pulled out.
Did you get me up too?
Yeah.
I would say also like the last instrument falls. We turn around and look, and I see people kind of running towards the other people, and it seems like everyone had been kind of starting to taken care of, and I wanted to start running towards the door.
And I'll say to Harmony.
And I was just like, okay, they're all. So like I'm kind of like up
Professor,
here.
this was her. She cast this animated orchestra that she left. I'm
I'm just like running. I'm like running past to the door, and just she might be long gone, but I just want to like look and just see like
Give you a perception check.
what I see if I see her still. 4.
She probably went to the lemon drop.
You kind of see that At this
What do
point,
you
there are
see
people
out there?
like flooding out of the door and stuff.
We should
there's
take
no
a
sound.
moment.
Technically, this
We're
was
in-
only like
we're
30
injured.
seconds.
And you actually notice that Anara is beating the fuck up.
So am I. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Isla's like basically limping to the
She's
door. I'm like,
down
"Push."
to-
Where's my hat?
Don't worry, it's safe. I got it here.
I kind of just like, I'm like leaning against the door and like don't see her. So I'll like come back.
She's probably gone to the lemon drop. We should.
I know.
Are we in a position to even go
No.
there right now?
I don't think so.
I can take a body nap.
Yeah, how many did you lay on?
10.
10.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So you got 10, and then Riz also has 10.
Oh, okay.
I'm not feeling so hot.
I can regenerate a little through my concentration, but
I mean,
I
I
can.
can.
I'm going to very panickedly run over to Sledgehog and cast Mending.
Okay.
Come on. Come
I'll
on,
let
buddy.
you-
Get him up. Get up. Get up.
His like just immobile kind of like form is sitting there, kind of like half, almost like as if just all the springs and joints that were holding him together kind of relax as he just kind of like. But as you kind of cast Mending, a few like screws start to just rewind themselves and screw themselves back in, and things kind of.
That's my hawk.
Almost
like,
lost
kind
you,
of
buddy.
Flicker back on.
How much does Mending do again? I forget.
I'm looking around. Are there any professors or anyone?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of help there.
No!
Yeah,
What
but
is that? Where's the help?
actually like do.
We have
I
to
think
do
it's
this
only a
ourselves?
D4.
All these
Professor-
great
I tell you,
arcane.
the first one is useless.
He's up.
Can only rely on the second law. You hear that,
We have
everyone?
name tags.
Uh,
Are you okay, Tam?
yeah, I'm fine. Thank you, Zakkai.
Yeah, immediately like
Yeah, of
swarms
course.
of like professors and more people of actual authority like finally are able to push their way through the crowd and get up to the front. Actually, very good point. You got some professors.
And
crazy.
there's last 2 rounds, but
Crazy.
it can't save.
When Anara goes off, she really just like goes off.
Yeah.
It's one after the other. It's awesome.
It's-
I would have gone
It's
down
terrifying.
if I hadn't been for the save.
Yeah?
Can't
Yeah,
save.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was clutch.
I would have
was-
gone down
I
again
had 11
too.
hit points and it was 11.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That was crazy.
Perfect timing.
One more hit would have taken me out, probably.
Same.
You do
That was
see.
close. That was on
The
Yeah.
entire show.
Instruments of all things.
I told you music was powerful.
Harmony, you recognize her, the professor of abjuration, Uvilda. She's a fairy, kind of like flutters in. She's gonna cast
Professor.
mass healing word on everybody.
Oh.
Mass heal.
Mass healing word. 1d4 plus 3.
Actually, you know what? She has mass healing word. She's just gonna, or mass heal. She's just gonna do that.
Hell yeah.
Wow,
Better.
nice.
Is that the one that's like 70?
heal
She
on its own is 70 on one creature.
Mhm.
Oh,
mass heal.
it's like a pool
healing
of
energy
700
flows from you.
points, right?
You can heal up to 700.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What?
It's crazy.
I don't
It's like an
think
8-level
that's
spell.
enough.
right?
I'm the
fight!
That's a great
Can I
one.
add a
You're
0
mad.
to the end of
We
my
could've
total
used
hit
the
points,
roll
and then we can just, yeah.
Yeah,
just
she's
give
a-
us
And
some-
she's a
At
little
the
fairy
punch bowl.
and she got swept up in the crowd.
Now we're fine. She was almost running away.
So,
She kind of like waves out and just like waves her hands a little bit, and just a bright light kind of comes from this little pixie person and washes over everybody. I believe 700 is enough to get everyone
I
back up.
think so.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
would be
Yeah.
shocked.
So in which case, you're all at least able to get to full hit, to full health at the moment.
I need to learn how to do that.
Oh.
Do we go?
Many more years of study.
Do we go now to? I feel better now. Do we go to the?
Do we just try to find her tracks and hunt her down?
I mean, that's where she must have gone. No.
Yeah, she was
Professor,
trying to
do you
lose.
have any way of seeing where Professor Veyron went, or tracking her down, or
It was only a few minutes ago she left. I came right in here, and this fight was only a few minutes.
we need to get to her quickly.
You see, Professor Uvilda kind of like nods a little bit. And she just kind of buzzes up and kind of floats midair, holds her hands out, and her eyes kind of like roll back a little bit. As it almost just looks like her eyes are like just almost
The jackpot reels.
yeah.
Machine.
Before her own little fey version of scrying before actually she can technically resist it, but not with that low roll. She kind of like shakes her head a little bit, and Uvilda looks down at you like, Professor Veyron is in the ferry crossing the river.
So is she on her way there?
her way to
Yeah,
one of the
I guess so.
Fey districts. It's strange that she isn't here.
Is that where the lemon drop is?
We took the ferry.
Yeah,
to
we
get there.
took the ferry. Yeah.
So
Well,
if we go
Okay.
if we go
We
now,
have to go.
Very, very odd. Anyway, we gotta go.
Yep.
Toodles!
Thank you,
Bye.
Professor.
Yes.
lovely
Let's go,
party.
let's go.
Party.
I-
Ready
Yeah.
for party, yeah.
Should probably
Lovely
alert
lights.
the authority. Oh, all right.
No,
We are the authority!
Yeah, as
The
we
authority.
shout back. Yeah.
We're the
First
second
law
law.
is no good for anyone.
I'll just I'm.
This is the fairy.
I don't want to like give away her game too much, but I'll just ward against vampires. I'm like goddamn vampires.
Eat your garlic!
Riz, are you coming?
Yeah, actually, as I like
He's
gotta
running,
go.
He's definitely running.
I'm gonna
with us.
grab Riz and like pull him with us.
He's kind of like running with you. He's like,
Let's
what's
go.
going on? What do you go? What is
Let's
happening?
go,
What are you
air
doing?
boy.
Back to the lemon drop, you know the way.
You're going to the lemon drop?
Yep, you
Come
are
on.
too.
You're a full-fledged
wanted
graduate
to
now,
join.
so
Official adventuring party. Let's go.
Sure.
This is your audition. Come on.
I was kind of joking about that, but all right. Wasn't really prepped for this. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Kind of like instead of being pulled, starts to kind of like match the stride and run along with you
Great.
as you all kind of like run out of the prison ballroom, crossing across the Opus Walk into the grounds after Professor Bayron. That's what we'll pick up next.
Wow, way to like
Wow.
almost TPK.
Yeah.
On graduation night.
Ah.
That was
a couple
crazy.
Of couple rolls.
I know we
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
to like
We were
try to
close.
kill us this
but, like,
campaign,
come
but
on.
like
I know.
don't
Damn it,
really.
literally.
So
But
that
when
means
you
we can go a
actually
little
try,
bit
it's
harder
scary.
on us then.
He gave it, then he take it.
Yeah.
That was good. It was a close one.
That was a great stat
Difficult
block I
terrain,
found.
yeah, that's good.
Shout out to Kobold Press and their monster manual for giving us that great stat block for Animated Symphony.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Check it out. We loved it.
Yeah, it's great.
So many legend reactions.
They do have.
That was
I'm
bad.
never
Yeah.
gonna listen to that.
Yeah.
Quite a kid.
I know.
Yeah,
Every
right.
time.
Next
Every
time.
time.
19
Be
con
triggered.
save is
That's
extremely
that's
rough.
unlike
That's
for
crazy.
Real
most
rough.
people.
Yeah.
Their
nuts.
their DC for everything is 19.
Yes, that's
hard.
wow.
That's
Crazy.
good. That's nice.
Shit.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Failed to.
They hit hard with that.
Yeah, fun party.
Yeah, I did the
So
same.
the more you whittle them down, the weaker they get. So.
Yeah.
This is why I never go to parties.
Thank you so much for joining us here at Tale of Terragia, you guys. Come back next time for an encore, and until then...